What's going on, everybody? We're back. This is PJ from Essential Guy Talk, and I'm here with James Eustace, my co-host, and couldn't be happier to be back, guys. We had a great show last week, and now we're just all set up to do things live, to talk to all of you. So the biggest thing is your feedback instantly in the comments is what we're looking for. So throughout the night, we're going to have a couple killer interviews. I'm excited to be back, baby. So, all right, guys, we're here. We've got things set up, ready to roll. We've got some amazing food coming in. Everybody that's watching right now, I just want you to share out the live feed, whether you're on Instagram, whether you're on Facebook, soon to be TikTok. If you're not fans of us yet on TikTok, please go there, like the page. You're going to see some really killer content. But first and foremost, we have somebody sitting at the table with us, so I'd like to send it on over to him. We have Aaron from Coney Island Saucery. There he is. What's up, Aaron?
How's it going?
What's up, Aaron?
Good to see you, brother. So he has been a huge support of EGT for a long time. Used to own a distribution company called Hot Sauce Willie's, where he basically sent us every single sauce we could get our hands on at the time, and we did a cool hot sauce challenge at that point. So what's up, man? It's great to see you.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man. It's been a minute. Now I'm making the sauce and selling it, not just selling it.
That's right. That's right. So you were a distributor at first. Now you're making it. What's that kind of trip down, business lane been like for you? You started out distributing and now you're making.
Yeah, so we sold over 300 different hot sauces, 30 plus vendors. It was like, to be honest, it was crazy. It was, a lot of little pieces going on, and and then Amazon really started picking up really hard, and we were just online. We didn't have a storefront or anything like that, and and also if you think about it, like if you're a retailer, you're not only competing against other retailers, you're also competing sometimes with the actual manufacturer that you bought from.
Right.
So it just seemed like there was a whole lot of competition going on. We gave it a good 5 years, and we enjoyed it and ate a lot of sauce and traveled a bit and ate a lot of sauce. Actually, I traveled the country to all these events and tasted thousands and thousands of sauces. And,
it's like a big thing, right? Like the hot sauce conventions. It's like the Comic-Con of hot sauce.
It is. Yeah. It is. It's you see a lot of familiar faces, but then you see like these new guys, and it's kind of like, ooh, I wanted to try this, I wanted to try that. But it's thousands of bottles of sauce, and when you're a buyer, you pretty much have to taste everything, no matter how hot it is. And when I first started, I used to carry around beer in my cargos, and
I was gonna ask you,
have some beers in between, but alcohol actually makes it worse.
Yeah.
So
it magnifies it.
It makes it way hotter, and so I ended up changing it up to chocolate milk.
Right. That makes sense though, man. I was gonna ask you that. Like, do they give you anything at these conventions? Like, do they have at the booth to like kind of like calm down your taste buds a little bit?
Not at all.
No, they have nothing.
No, they some of these do to sell like a lot of these ultra hots and extract stuff, and they're really kind of like get enjoyment watching you hurt. It's a little messed up, and one guy was like, no, take this salt. It'll help. And I found out it was Reaper salt. And and I was like, no, dude, I saw what it was. I'm like, bro, don't do that to me. That's messed up. It's going to hurt.
That's incredible.
So you get some unique individuals that come to those events, right? They are just there
the circus came to town.
That's right. And speaking of circus, you're kind of aligned with the freak show over at Coney Island itself, right? So tell us a little bit about that.
So we sponsor their gala every year, and we give them a whole crap load of sauce to give away to their VIPs. They sell our sauces on Surf Avenue, which is really, really awesome. And I've been going there for years and years and years, and any way I can support those guys, I will.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's a cool little style that you have. Basically, you've aligned yourself with them, and your image looks, just like the product of where you're coming from, which is awesome. But the face on it, we got to talk about that.
All right, so this is the Coney Island funny face or the steeplechase face.
Yeah.
There's also the face in Asbury Park, which
Tilly.
people call Tilly.
Right, correct.
But then people come to Coney Island, they call it Tilly. But the thing is, Tilly came 75 years after the original steeplechase phase. So a lot of people seem to think, they're like, oh yeah, it's the same thing. It's not the same thing, So, but if I do events if I'm doing events in Jersey and I used to correct people in the beginning, and then I'm just like, it's Tilly. Sure.
You did it to PJ before, actually.
Yep. And you probably get a lot of Jersey people that are pretty defensive of our Tilly, right?
It's almost like the Statue of Liberty debate between us and New York, like who's got it first, who does it belong to, New York and New Jersey, and it's like, Tilly, is it Coney Island or is it Asbury Park?
It's 100% originally Coney Island.
Okay.
And the reason it's Tilly because it was named after the guy who owned Steeplechase Park. It was like his last name. So,
okay.
It was supposedly the original face was based off his brother.
So, when you took it for your label, was that something you were able to license for yourself? How does that work out for you with distribution?
Domain,
it is.
So it's over 200 something years old. So this is our version of it.
Okay.
But we have a trademark on this version, but that face can be used, or likeness of that face can be used anywhere.
I mean, it's genius marketing, right? Because it's like a national icon. I mean, everybody recognizes it. So
yes,
yeah,
so
that was a smart move.
I grew up in South Brooklyn. I've been going to Coney Island my whole life, and I was like, what kind of brand are we gonna do? Once I was like, all right, I'm done retailing. I'm gonna do my own stuff. Which we're talking getting back into business. To me, it's a million times better. It's more fun. It's less headaches. There's headaches, but it's nothing compared to 300 sauces and making sure the dates are good and what sells and doesn't sell and what's going bad and not going bad and But what you call it again? No, it's I just like it a whole lot better. Being a retailer and it's my stuff. I can express myself.
Yeah, right. It's a little bit more of you specifically than you just selling other people's sauces and doing what they do, giving recommendations. Now it's from the heart. You're making things that you want to make.
It's your flavor, right?
That's it.
It is my flavor.
Yeah.
I spend a whole lot of time working on them. So, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about them. You brought some sauces with you today. How many flavors do you have in totality? How many flavors do you service?
Right now, we currently have 3.
Okay.
They're all here. This one's one we're working on. So if you want me to go down the rundown of the flavors?
Yeah, I mean, let's do it.
All right. So the first one furthest from me is our decent hot sauce. It's, which you've tried before.
I have. Yeah. I've had that one before. It's delicious.
It's a Cayenne, Louisiana style with fresh basil, 100 pounds of fresh garlic, which actually pickled in the vinegar forward style in the bottle. And it has some margarine in there, which gives it a buffalo flair, but also keeps it vegan. So anybody could appreciate and enjoy it.
Okay.
The second one is a smoky hemp Scotch bonnet. It's got oak smoke and mesquite smoke, and it's bright, and then it's got a savory body, and it goes great on any kind of meats. It's basically a barbecue in a bottle if you don't have a barbecue at home. Okay. So it goes great on hamburgers, hot dogs, ribs, pulled pork, pork chops, shish kebab. It's good in soup if you want a little smoke, a little heat. Then we have our Mexican Verde, the green bastard from Parts Unknown. I don't even know where that bottle came from. That's how unknown it is. So that's a Mexican Verde. So it's Verde. It's tomatillo, serrano, jalapeno, garlic, lime juice, cilantro forward. It's got a little bit of spinach. It's got green onions. It's a medium heat, and it basically makes Taco Tuesday into taco every day.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, if you buy that bottle or you bring that bottle home with you and you don't get tacos that night, there's something seriously wrong with you. You got issues, serious food issues.
I try to do tacos at least once a week. Doesn't have to be Taco Tuesday, but I'm for sure going to be grabbing that, putting it on my tacos next time I make it.
Any day is good for tacos.
I think tomorrow is now taco night. Awesome. So we've got these 3 sauces that are readily available on your website, right?
Yes.
And then we have a 4th sauce over there. Can't say much about it, but I hear it's pretty damn hot.
So am I allowed to curse a little bit on the show?
Yes.
Yeah. Say what you want.
All right. So in the industry, they call it a shut the fuck up sauce.
Yep. That's when people are saying that they can handle hot, and you're like, go ahead and try, right?
And that's when you put real heavy on their spoon, it's dripping, and then they just shut up.
So that's like the jet fuel of of hot sauces, essentially.
What's up?
It's like the jet fuel of hot sauces.
I mean, we have a couple hotter that we were experiencing. The thing is, like, we do get enough people asking for hot, super hot. You know that we do have to release a super hot.
Sure,
you know?
sure.
And
like I said, the guys that are going to those, New York hot sauce shows and stuff like that, they're looking for crazy hot too.
those chili heads, man.
Yeah, they're all trying to test themselves. And if you have only low to medium hot, they're just like, nah. You're just. I mean, they want the flavor too, but yeah, they want that crazy, just burn your face.
It's an audience, and it's funny because like I've seen that more in Jersey than anywhere else.
Yep.
Like I've done the New Jersey hot air balloon show, and everybody was like, not hot enough, not hot enough, not hot enough, not hot enough. And
Nice.
I just did the last weekend. We did the New Jersey Eats show.
Yeah.
In the Cure Arena by Trenton.
Nice.
And not hot enough, not hot enough. I'm just like, what's going on with Jersey and the spice, man?
Yeah.
Like
Jersey likes to challenge themselves.
yeah, I like
man.
hot stuff a lot too, though. So I'm not even like that, like on the hot sauce side of like, oh, this is whatever. But I was just telling you before, I tried some hot sauces not too long ago, and I was like looking for more. I was like, it's not that hot, I caught myself victim of that stereotype. So, like, how do you get your score ratings for hotness? And I've noticed, some catchy numbers on them. You're doing them out of a scale of 10.
Yeah.
Except for a couple that are 420.
Yeah.
4 of 20.
Well, obviously, the show Trailer Park Boys, like we're licensed with them. We have an official license, and we do a lot with those guys, and they support us a lot, and they're awesome people. But they smoke a shitload of weed.
Yeah,
on the
Ricky.
show.
Ricky sells weed, man.
Yeah, so we kind of we originally had our first release. The bottle said 2 out of 10 because we wanted a mild sauce to start off with.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
And somebody actually called out on social, like, this was a great opportunity to make it 4 out of 20. I was like, shit, it is. So
There you go.
So every
2 out of 10, 4 out of 20. I love it.
So yeah, it became a 420 heat sauce, and people like 420. I don't understand it, but some people straight up.
I guess it's an OG thing, It's our old school guys. We're like, 420,
Yeah.
So, all of our viewers that are watching right now,
Yeah.
EGT faithful, I know you guys are out there. What I want to ask you guys to do is because you guys want these bottles. I know that you do. We are going to give away a 3-pack, not a 4-pack. You're not getting that one, but a 3-pack of the hot sauces throughout the show today. So the only way that you guys can get in on it, you know the deal if you've watched before, but if you haven't, basically what you need to do is you need to like the EGT page. You need to hit the share button so this live feed goes out onto your page so other people can jump in. And you need to comment in the comments, hot sauce, I'm in. When you do that, I will enter you in the giveaway. And then just a little bit later in the show, we're going to give away a 3-pack of hot sauces. Thank you for doing that for us.
Yeah, no
We
problem.
appreciate you.
The problem is better to be in than out. You know what I'm saying? Either your hot sauce in, your hot sauce out.
Do I qualify for this? Can I comment?
I mean, come on. We're here. We're going to try it.
We're going
gonna
to try it
enjoy
today.
A comment by Nasser
Nasser.
is, which one would you use with cheese?
With cheese.
So maybe to make like a hot queso?
Oh, like something like that. I
Yeah.
mean, I think the smoky one would be really good with that.
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Because you have a smoky cheese, and then you could whatever you want to put that on, like tacos. Like I said, you could put on make a smoky burger cheese. You could like sit there and make yourself cheesy and smoky if you're into that. It's your bottle. You do whatever you want. I got no problem with that.
But the flavors, what would work best with the cheese? I think is what she's saying.
I think it's the smokes. Let's go.
That makes sense.
all
Yeah,
day.
a little
All day.
smoky because I mean, smoking cheese is a thing.
It is.
You
Yeah.
can throw a nice block of cheese in your smoker and have some delicious cheese afterwards. So
Can.
I think what I would do is smoke the cheese, use the sauce, make a nice queso afterwards. Now you got double smoke.
Well, the thing is, like,
It's
funny.
already pretty strong
it's-
smoke.
Yeah. Well, we did a show called Jungle Jim's Weekend of Fire in Ohio, and there was a guy actually who had a smoker, and he was selling barbecue, and I put the smokes on there, and it was all smoky, and it was kind of like, what's the point? Smoke on smoke,
Yeah,
It's
too
kinda-
much.
It's too much. Yeah. So I'd be
It
careful
flushed
about
out
that.
the flavor completely.
So Christian Cortez, who we
Yeah.
both know. He's in the comments. He says, James, I'll comment for you. And if you want, and if I win, you get the sauce.
I appreciate that. You know what, Christian, you comment for me, and hopefully we win the sauce, and then you can come by, bring some wings.
There you go.
Bring the wings too.
Now, a little birdie did tell me that we'll have some wings later tonight, and we'll be able to try these sauces because any hot sauce is going to go good on wings, right?
Yeah.
So I asked him to bring some naked wings so we can dress them up, try your hot sauces there, and see him in action. Kelly HQ says, I want the sauce.
No, you don't. We're gonna bring home some of this turbo fire for you.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. Little vial.
Yeah,
of
it doesn't
the
even.
turbo
It's like
fire.
it's so experimental. It doesn't even have any. It's got like a piece of tape on it. Like
It's like test batch
the identifier.
007.
I used to have tape. I used to have a whole label on there, but it melted off, and that's all that's left.
Yeah, I was kind of concerned about that before too. I was like, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna like put it like little dabs on our finger and put it on the tongue, or how are we gonna do
That's
this?
what I'm going to
man?
do. I'm going to go around the rim of the top of
Yeah.
it, get a little dab, and go to it.
Is there etiquette to this, Aaron?
There is an etiquette to it.
Okay.
So it's a thing called the hot sauce bump.
Okay.
So what you do is you take your hand like this, and you pour a little bit on here because this the back of your hand, this part of your hand is the least that's exposed to anything. The front, you're touching
Right.
stuff.
Right.
Okay.
That's
And
true.
then you take a little bit and then you just get it right out. And actually, there was a lady named Purple Pam who turned me on to that. Yeah, so she got me
Love
my
it.
first
Thanks,
taste of
Purple
the bump.
Pam.
Yeah,
That's
no
a good
kidding.
idea.
Yes, she's a fellow hot sauce maker too.
And then you're not sharing germs when you're touching the top of it and doing all that stuff.
it's-
So
it's,
just dab it on.
Like, oh, it tastes like fingers.
Or whatever where your fingers have been.
There's a whole lot of middle one on that sauce.
Bro, do you want a chocolate covered pretzel?
Oh, man. So again, if you want the sauces, now's your opportunity. Share it out. Share it out with your timeline, with your feed, whatever we call it nowadays. If you're live on Instagram, share it out there. Let us know that you did in the comments, and we'll enter you in to win one of these sauces.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, man. So we'll get back to that in just a little bit.
Yeah.
So how did you kind of first step into hot sauces? What was the inspiration for you?
All right. Well, the story is that I'm a graphic designer, animator. I worked in ad agencies for years. And I also built a lot of websites, basically doing creative work to make other people money, you know? And I was like, I really want to start my own business, do my own thing. And so I was like, what can I do? And I've always kind of ate spicy. I like spicy food, and I was literally on the toilet, aka the library, where I have magazines on the side because sometimes you want to take your time, make sure you finish the job. I guess.
Wait for those hanger-ons to drop.
Yeah, it's just like part 2.
Yeah, okay.
Really for number 2. But so I was reading an Entrepreneur magazine that there was a huge incline in the hot sauce industry, and I was like, oh, that sounds good. I got hot sauces, and I like spicy food, like I said. And so I went online, I started researching it, and I was like, holy crap, there's like a whole monster scene for hot sauce. I mean, people live by the sauce, and it's a condiment, but people are like really hardcore about hot sauce. And I was
Like sneak their own hot sauce to the barbecue in their pocket kind of thing.
they have things called hot sauce holsters that
I've seen them.
Yeah.
Really? The little leather holsters, right?
leather holster
And
that
so you
they
can bring
just
your
carry
own?
around, and they have what's up?
So you can just bring your own.
You could just carry it
Yeah.
with you all the time, just in case that hot sauce emergency,
There's always a hot sauce emergency. When you're at a restaurant and they don't have anything, or they've got Tabasco only, you're like, come on.
Yeah, I think it's crazy that I didn't realize how vast the market was for hot sauce, though. Like, this is, like cutting edge news to me here. I wouldn't.
They're saying it's going to hit over the 2 billion mark in 2025 or something.
$2
Like
Really?
billion industry.
Yeah.
For hot sauce.
So
That's
it's still on the
incredible.
growth. And all right.
that. Yeah, it's
That-
just crazy. But also, because of that, a lot of people are getting into the business, and it's super saturated in a sense. But it also, I guess, it pushes makers to be better. As
Yeah, or
well.
else you
So
don't stand out from the pack. Then you just have an average sauce that nobody wants to buy. You got to
you-
do something different, right?
You got that standard Louisiana style, 3 ingredients: vinegar, pepper, and salt,
Yep.
and that's it.
Yeah, and it's the people that get creative and, they know a little bit about cooking. So therefore, some flavors that kind of complement each other.
Absolutely.
And balance is a big thing because I brewed beer for a long time. And the big thing about recipe writing in beer, which you can take over to, hot sauce as well, is too much of one thing is not great. People think, oh man, I need cinnamon in my beer, or whatever they're looking for. It just overshadows everything else, and it becomes a cinnamon bomb if you don't balance it with some complementary flavors, right?
They got some high elbows on there and just pour that whole sucker in.
Yeah,
exactly.
wow.
Well, the Green Bastard, for instance, that took me like 18 versions to get it right, and most of the versions, because it has jalapeno and serrano, serranos are 5 times hotter than a jalapeno. So it was like either too mild or too hot.
Okay.
So I had to keep, and when you make a hot sauce and you're doing it for production, you have to measure everything by the gram. So if you do,
That leads you back to the hot sauce bump, right?
That was good. That makes sense though, because when you enlarge that recipe to be at a vast amount,
scale,
right? To scale, the gram is the key ingredient to get the recipe right.
It is, and a lot of people say they do it by teaspoon or cup, and
that doesn't carry over, right?
Not if you're doing 1,000 gallons.
It's not a linear scale too, as again with brewing, things that you do on a small scale do not travel in exactly the same number quantity as you get bigger. It just you need less than double, less than triple, less than whatever the case may be.
Exactly. But if you guys want to know how to make hot sauce really easy, what you do is measure everything by the gram, keep that diary. Put it in a blender, blend it, throw it in a pot or whatever you got, and hit it to wait till it hits 180 degrees, and you bottle that sucker, and it'll stay great for years.
How long do you heat it up?
Till it heats 180 degrees.
Just it? That's it? You don't have to leave it heated for any certain amount of time?
You can do that if you want to think about like thickness. Like how thick you're going to do it.
Right, because you're going to reduce it by the liquid that's in there, make it a little bit more viscous.
Yeah, but I put a lot of raw ingredients in these things, so it adds a lot of chunk to it. And the time that 180 hits, it's already evaporated enough for it to be, all chunky and tasty.
And that's what you want. You want it to like stick to the glass as you're pouring it out, right? You want those chunks to come out.
You want that chunky chunk.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about before too. When I was asking them, like, how do you taste it? Because like with wine, you like put it in there, you want to like give it a swirl, check its legs, for me, is that like the standard of like version of legs? I was like, how slow it drips out of the thing, like how like saucy it is. I don't know. Saucy's not the right word I'm looking for. the viscosity of it.
Viscosity. There you go. It's like oil.
Well, you gotta have something thicker, especially nowadays, because people associate the thickness of a sauce as into quality.
Right.
It's kind of true in a sense, because it's like how long you either evaporated it for, so like you're losing yield, so but you get more intense flavors, or it's what you have in it. If you have like real ingredients and not just like I said, like Tabasco, like pepper, salt, and vinegar. If
you have chunks of mango, if you got chunks of like tomato, that's not going to cook out too much. It's still going to be there in some sense, so you're going to get texture difference.
It's how you blend it.
Yeah,
so you could put that at the end. Like you see the first one there, that decent hot sauce. You can see the chunks of the garlic in there.
Yeah,
and there's little chunks of basil in there. So that's absolutely done by purpose. On purpose. So
right.
People like it chunky.
They do. And you know what? It adds layers when you're eating, like, say, you're eating a taco or whatever you're eating.
Yeah.
Now you've got all your ingredients for your taco, and that's delicious. But then if you give more texture and more substance to your sauce, it's more pleasurable. It just is. If it's all runny, it pours right out of the side of your taco.
Sad taco.
And it just makes you frustrated. You're like, are you kidding me?
It's like taco tears. It's like the tacos crying out.
Yep, exactly. That's so true.
Taco tears.
The taco is upset at how watery your hot sauce is.
Oh, my goodness.
So going back to Hot Sauce Willie's, you sent us and you got us linked up with a bunch of different hot sauce companies.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of which I still have good relationships with today. There's some really cool people that you introduced me to.
Oh, yeah.
And I was always into hot sauce, but it got me even further into hot sauce. I started to learn about how small these companies really are, and how, you know,
Yeah.
kind of they're doing it out of their own passion, and they're just doing it either out of their house, and then their recipe gets big enough that people are enjoying it, and they can contract it and make
Yeah.
small batches and things like that. But it's exciting to watch the rise of people, you know. Monroy's hot sauce, we talked about a little bit before. Enrique Monroy.
Enrique, what's up, bro?
He is the man. Loved everything
up,
he was
homie?
doing. And his hot sauce just hit for me. He
Yeah.
had a pineapple habanero hot sauce that was just absolutely awesome. And I used that thing for everything. And it had pineapple, which kind of cooled it off a little bit and just made it a little bit. And he had a mango one that was just absolutely killer.
He had the tequila one also.
But then he had the Kraken.
Oh
And
yeah,
the Kraken to
that,
me,
that was his bad boy.
yeah, that was his big boy. That was the punch you in the mouth one. And back in the day, hot sauce is definitely like beer. The more you have, the higher your tolerance gets.
Absolutely.
And for a while there, I was really getting into the hot sauces, and I was just putting hot on everything. And I got to the point where average hot sauce was like salsa to me. It didn't taste like hot sauce at all. And my wife was telling me I'm broken. She was just saying, you're broken. Everything about you is broken right now because you'll put it on and you'll just smother it and not feel it.
Yeah.
Now I haven't gone crazy for the past like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And now everything is heightened again. All of a sudden I eat like a 6 out of 10. It tastes like a 9 out of 10 because I'm just not used to it anymore. You've heard that before in the industry, right? Or you
Yeah.
know.
I mean, like I was saying, like when I had to buy, I had to taste everything and go to these shows and taste whatever the hell was in my face. I was like, yes, because I had no choice because I had to do it.
Right.
I would train myself every day. Like, you know, sometimes I didn't feel like doing straight like Reaper sauces, but I would put a little bit in ketchup. I always had something hot in ketchup or mixed it in, but I always kept eating hot every day just so that time that I had to, you know, show up and taste things, I wasn't like hating life as much.
Or looking like a newbie when you're the guy making hot sauce, right? There's nothing worse than the hot sauce guy that's going, oh my God, that's too hot for me.
They'd just be like,
They're like, oh, this guy.
Like,
give me your money.
Yeah, exactly. Then they think you're a corporate suit. You're not a guy that actually likes hot sauces, right?
Yeah, that's it, man. But we did give crap about what we've sold. We said no to a bunch of people, and you know, I mean, just part of the game. And we tried to cherry pick whatever we thought was the best. And you know, but yeah, you don't want to show up to a show and be like crying like with a mild sauce.
No, not at all. So what are some of the foods that you love hot sauce on?
Everything.
I mean, everything's a big swath, but if you
any kind of protein's good. I mean, it depends on the sauce. I mean, certain sauces, you know, work better with different foods than others. You know, you know, I've done the ice cream thing.
What?
You know, there was Sam and Oliver came out with Razor Berry, and it was like, you know, fruit based. It was sweet. It was hot. You know, and I put it in ice cream, and it was freaking really hot. And as you're eating it, it's the weirdest thing because, you know, cream, any kind of fat works well to get rid of the capsaicin on your tongue.
Yeah, they say bring a little like thing of ice cream with you if you want to clean the palate a little bit and kind of subdue and relax.
The fattier, the better. So ice cream is really, really good. So going back to that, and then we'll go into the whole thing. But the thing is with that was it was like cold, and then it went away. Your mouth's on fire. Yeah. So then you have more to calm it down, and then you're.
So it was a fun little roller coaster that you were on. It would chill out for a little while. You got to eat ice cream, which is always awesome, right?
Oh, that's true.
And
then
it's almost like a torture process. You know what I mean? It's like secretly torturing somebody. Here, have some ice cream, and then you just got to constantly like refill the ice cream to calm your mouth down.
Yeah, it's like, are you going to be a good boy?
Do you try that with your kids, man?
100%.
Try this ice cream.
Eat the ice cream and then hide it with the food that you're eating. Here, a little bite of ice cream, and then eat your food. Have you ever thought about submitting any entries to Hot Ones or getting them interested, or Heatonist?
We talked. I have a sales guy, and he handles the sales, and he spoke to Heatonist a couple times. You know, just emailed them and said, hey, you know, but.
I'm sure they get hundreds of
everyone and their mother in the hot sauce world is like, you know, on their knees, like, please.
Anybody that doesn't know what Hot
Feature
Ones
us.
is, Sean Evans is the host of Hot Ones. And it's an interview show where they interview celebrities and, musicians and all these different people. And they make a lineup every season of varying degrees of hotness for the hot sauce. And it does give a chance for companies to get a little platform. They've done a really good job of promoting different companies, but he uses his own as well. And kind of interfuses them as well. A little
cha-ching,
Yeah, I mean, come on. He's doing big things. I mean, I would do the same exact thing if that's what I was doing. Billy Bob said hello. Billy Bob is Cluck You in Eatontown.
Oh, okay,
he has been a longtime supporter too, and he makes some killer sauces. Cluck You's got some great sauces.
I love the branding on Cluck You.
Yeah.
I think there was one by NYU, right, for a little bit.
Oh, I'm sure there is. Cluck You is on the East Coast, kind of all over at least the tri-state area, but he has thermonuclear.
Oh, really?
Which is one of my favorite sauces of all time because it's really hot, but the flavor is just so damn good. And it just makes you go back. And even though you're sweating your ass off, it's delicious.
Got like the ice cream thing going on.
Yeah, exactly. Dan Howell says, any suggestions for entry-level sauces? I'm new to all of this, but I'm interested.
Oh, man. Entry-level sauces.
Well, one of yours is a 2 out of 10. Come on, a 4 out of 20, right?
420. So, really?
Yeah, decent right there. That
decent sauce. I've had it before.
Decent.
Yeah, so that is going to be it's a vinegar based sauce.
So Louisiana style. It's like just a better version of a Louisiana style, and it's not going to destroy you, but it's the most known style in America. Of hot sauce.
It's familiar. It's kind of like what Frank's is, right?
Exactly. Frank's is another Louisiana style.
Yeah, 100%.
There's a few. There's Crystal's another Louisiana style.
Have you ever had Melinda's?
Oh man, yeah. I've had Melinda's. There's a crazy story about Melinda's.
I would love a crazy story if you can in any way.
All right, I don't know, man. They might not like me after this story.
Don't do anything that's detrimental to your career.
We don't want to hurt your business, but Melinda's, they make like 40 different sauces. They started out as a Mexican style sauce, and I think they've just gone off the deep end as far as their sauces go, and they've got everything from every style that you could ask for in sauces. But please tell me something.
Oh man, so here we go.
Let's go. Controversy.
They're gonna fucking shut my house with ninjas and stuff.
Because they are pretty big, right? They're a big company.
Like they're sitting there listening right now. They're like just waiting for that phone for the assassin, to get the assassins going. So
before you tell your story, do you send to the UK?
What's up?
Do you send over to the UK?
We ship globally.
All right, there you go, Dan Howell. Dan Howell is in the UK. He'd like to order some of your sauce.
There's a store called Bottles and Books in the UK that has our sauces.
Oh, perfect.
So you can, not deal with like customs.
Yeah.
Because, like a lot of customs, like you're paying this high. Then
there's extra cost.
They'll bang you out for another $10.
Just
tax or whatever, a custom fee.
But thank you for being interested, Dan. And if there's any way that he can get you a sauce, he'll do it.
Yeah, we have a store locator on our website. It's www.coneyislandsaucery.com, where you could see stores if they're near you or not. And everyone that sells our stuff is on there, so you can check out the UK. There's
awesome.
So,
all right, so get back to your story, please.
So back to Melinda's. So there's ever hear of Marie Sharp's?
Yeah, of course.
Marie Sharp's. So Marie Sharp's used to be Melinda's originally. They were Melinda's. So what happened was because her place where she manufactured hot sauces was on Melinda Street, right? And so she ended up getting a bunch of distributors in the United States, and they started doing really well with it. But what happened was she never trademarked her stuff in the United States.
Yeah, there's a mistake, right?
So her distributor, her main distributor, decided to take the name, go out to Costa Rica, and get it made under her name. And there was absolutely nothing she could do about it.
Wow. All right, so there is a learning lesson for you business owners.
Yeah.
If you have essential ingredients, recipes, image, trademark it all.
Go to that legalzoom.com.
That's it. You might have to pay
at
a
the
little
very
money
minimum.
now, but
get a lawyer.
Get a lawyer.
It's actually the real thing. So this is still current day story, right? Like the sauce I'm looking at now is this other person that took their name.
And she had to change her brand name to Marie Sharps.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How?
And start all over again.
And start all over.
And
her
that was
branding. Started branding all over again.
That was her passion. That was the thing she poured everything into.
She's like the queen of heat of Belize.
Wow.
She is the lady of Belize. Like Marie Sharps is like their pride and treasure of Belize. So
that's unbelievable.
The macadamia nut of Hawaii.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Mauna Loa, right, if you will, because the Mauna Loa is the company that they make the macadamia nuts, like, and everything is Mauna Loa. That's awesome. That's so sad, though.
That's a terrible story, actually.
That's why, but
is what it is. It's a business learning experience, right?
Well, I honestly, I was at a show, and I know the guy who reps Marie Sharps, and Marie Sharps came at me and they're like, "Oh, why don't you carry our stuff?" And I'm like, "Well, I heard what you did with Marie Sharps there, the guy from Melinda's." And,
sure.
And he was like, "Well, that's just business."
Just business, and this is just business too. I won't rep you because
like,
of it, you know?
I'm like, well, I don't know, I don't want to deal with people like that, you know?
Because you have a small business, and if they like some of your product and you didn't follow everything to the letter and you didn't do everything you needed to do, all of a sudden they could cut your legs out from under you. And what do you have?
That's it, man.
You've got a small attorney as opposed to their legal team that they've got.
Yeah,
right?
you can't compete.
You can't compete.
No, they're a beast. That company is a true beast.
And do you with your own label? Do you face that challenge right now, where there are some maybe conglomerate companies that want to say, "Hey, look," or is that like the pipe dream? Like, I know that you said you wanted to do this for yourself, and that was an important element of this business. You know, that you put your own thing, but you know. Do larger corporations come and try to grab up your company, buy you out, take over the brand itself, or is that something that you would ever aspire to do? Is that like the
my inspiration
top of the pyramid?
My inspiration is to create jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Locally,
I'm like, a lot of people start businesses and they instantly think about selling out.
Yeah, right.
And I just want to grow it. I want to create. Create jobs and
bring other people up on the ride.
Yeah, with you.
Exactly.
That's like the ultimate payback right there.
100%. That's why we hit it off when we did, because our point here on EGT is to prop up other business. I mean, there's other business that's doing awesome things. Why would I want to not showcase the cool stuff that's going on in New Jersey and New York? And when you're over here on the East Coast, maybe you should go visit Coney Island and see the freak show and go try some of the sauces. And that, to me, gives me every reason I need to be doing this show, which is, it's the lifeblood of the show. So I agree with you in every instance there. So, guys, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, if you're just hopping in, we do have a 3-pack of the hot sauces that we're going to send out to one of you. And to qualify, all you need to do is hit that share button right there in the corner of your screen. Share it on out. And it helps small business. It'll help Coney Island Saucery. It'll help us reach more people. So go ahead and do that now. I appreciate it. Talking along the lines of business, have you seen growth year over year? Are you growing? Are you feeling like you're moving in the right direction?
We're absolutely growing. I mean, we just hit our 70th store like this week.
Wow.
Oh, so 70 places are repping Coney Island sauce.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, we don't even have distribution yet.
Yeah.
So this upcoming year is going to start playing the distribution game.
Yeah.
But that's just from calling places up or people calling us, and saying, "Hey, I want your sauce."
So right now you guys are making your sauce yourself. Or no?
Well, they're my recipes, but I send them to an FDA compliant co-packer for manufacturing because
it's the way a lot of the small businesses have to do it. You don't have all of that capability of being able to bottling line, do everything to the letter for the FDA.
You need such a monster team. You need a person just dedicated to buying like ingredients.
Yep.
You need like the pots. You need to clean them. You need this like a warehouse type of space. It's just so much to it, and especially if we were to open something in Brooklyn or in Coney Island, the
rent
to buy or to rent, it's just the price is just so astronomical. There's no at this level. No, I mean maybe hopefully down the road we'll be at a level that we can do it, but. not at this point.
I mean, you're with the Trailer Park Boys, so say you get 5, 6, 7 more of these type of marketing campaigns where you can link up with other successful in their field companies and musicians and all these different things. That's going to help your brand grow, and then maybe you'll be able to look into the possibility of getting a facility.
Yeah, I mean, we are talking to a few different brands to, like IPs, intellectual properties, to do sauces with them.
Yeah.
We're pretty close with a couple. But, eventually, not just that, we're also going to inject our own Coney Island brand in between these things, So we have something, but doing something like this when you have a license in the beginning, when you're a sauce maker right out of the gate, like nobody knows who you are.
Right.
Yeah.
Period.
You're one in the million.
I was a little lucky because I was able to pivot Hot Sauce Willie's and take the audience that I already established, and I instantly had that audience. But then we were able to get the Trailer Park Boys, and with that, we were able to get their audience as well.
Yeah, I'm one of their audience.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I noticed about the brand itself, because I wasn't familiar, and I was like, I love this show, which, by the way, if you've never watched it, it is definitely a grow on you style show.
You need 3 episodes.
Yeah.
You need 3 episodes to watch, and then after that, you're good.
I attempted multiple times to watch, never made it past the 3 to 5 threshold. And then once I did, I was like, oh my God, this show is incredible. So much so I watched the whole thing all the way through. I binge watched it. And then I got my wife to watch it as well. And she became a big fan. She's like, this is so stupid, but it's so great, dude. It's everything about it is so great.
James, speaking of your wife,
Yes.
she asked the question. I don't know if it's been covered yet, and I apologize if it was, and I
Yes.
missed it. But how did the Trailer Park Boys actually
That's
get
exactly
involved?
what we're getting into right now. So yeah, tell us.
Tell us the story.
All right. So how it kind of worked was I just finished Hot Sauce Willie's. Just finished it.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there. I'm like, hold on. I want to do my own brand.
So this was like 2018-ish?
It's 19.
19.
Okay. Tumultuous year.
It was 18. It was
The
actually
calm
18
before
when I
the
was-
storm, as we would find out, right?
If you only knew in February.
Yeah.
So the thing is, my business partner Todd Maitland, who's a great guy and great business partner, he's got like 5 Academy Award nominations for audio.
Wow.
He's a sound mixer for films, and he's done like a lot of films and big ones. And so he one time did a film in Nova Scotia where the guy Mike Smith, who plays Bubbles, actually worked for him.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
So
And
that's how you had the link originally?
yeah.
Okay.
So they became friends, and then later on, Trailer Park Boys came about.
Okay.
So when I was like talking to Todd, I was like, "Hey, what's up with these Trailer Park Boy guys?" Because he's like, "Yeah, I'm really close with these dudes," and he's like, "Yo, like, him and me tried to do a few other businesses together in the past, and we work really, really well together. One thing that came out we did was a burlesque DVD called Eula Go-Go,
Okay.
where it was PG-13 for pasties, G-strings, and 13 hot chicks." Right? So it's basically a fireplace, like a U-Log DVD, where you put it in and it turns your TV into a fireplace. And the girls dressed
That's incredible.
apart. And that's how I understood royalties, because I found out that all those Christmas music and all that stuff is, there's no royalty on it because it's, past the date. So we had like, for instance, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and we had this burlesque dancer he's a good friend, named Little Brooklyn, come out in a reindeer outfit. She's took it off, and her nose and her pasties glowed. So anyway, so we did that, and that's my experience with him. And so I was like, let's do a hot sauce business together. And I took a little talking him into it, and he was like, all right. And then he made a phone call basically, and like, well, we're doing this cruise called the Trailer Park Boy Cruise on the Norwegian cruise ship,
Right.
coming out of Tampa, going to the Bahamas. And I think the tagline for it was called "Getting Out of Jail and Setting Sail." Right?
Yeah, because the end of every season, somebody ended up in jail.
Yeah, always ended up in jail. Yeah, which they like because they got really good drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, it's usually Julian and Ricky, by the way. Not Bubbles. He's never gone to jail.
No,
He almost did one time though.
yeah.
Did you watch the show?
I watched every single thing that they ever did when I was first started making this stuff with them.
Okay.
So I have 3 screens on my monitor, and one screen was basically dedicated to freaking Trailer Park.
Did you watch the cartoon after too?
I watched the cartoon, yeah, with the worm. And
yeah. And they have a show, like a show now that they do, not the same.
SwearNet?
Yes, they have their website, SwearNet, right? And they do their own original content on there now.
It's Park After Dark, which is their podcast.
Right.
They also do original content on there as well. Yeah. And they are actually coming out with a new movie.
That's great news to me.
Yeah, so it's called Bubbles and the Shit Rockers.
Well, he was in the band in the end of the last episode.
Yeah.
Performed.
Yeah.
So
we've got a long-time viewer, first-time commenter, Robert Taylor, saying, "What's up, boys? Good to see you back." So, Rob, you need to share the live feed so you can get in on a little triple pack here and win the Saucies over on the West Coast.
he also wants to know what's in the cup.
He wants to know what's in the glass. All right, so Rob, the first thing I drank was a Dragon's Milk, which is a MILF.
Yeah, I was just going to comment on that.
That was beer aided that made me say it, but I like that. That was a good Freudian slip. Dragon's Milk, which is a bourbon barrel-aged stout, but it is from 2018, so that thing has been aging for a long time.
It's a little stale.
Was the
No. Barrel-aged beers do not go stale. They get better. They get better. Are you stale at 40-something?
Yes.
Or do you get better? All right, well, your knees are popping like Crackle Pops.
You hear that over here.
Yes, sir. And then I had Great Lakes Brewing Company's Blackout Stout, which is even older. It's from 2017, and they both tasted absolutely delicious. Rob said he shared it out already. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. Absolutely. And that's a good beer. It's really good. So Dragon's MILF is delicious.
So tell me more about the Trailer Park Boys and what you got going on. Like, so I saw Bubbles did a
commercial?
cool promo commercial for this the Green Bastard, is that what it's called?
It's funny as hell.
Yeah, in his wrestling leotard.
Unitard.
What did you just call me, bro?
I called you a unitard. God damn it.
He actually said it feels good to get back in the costume once in a while.
So what's it like? I've seen some footage of him without his glasses, and he looks totally different and weird to me, with his normal voice.
Yeah.
Does he fall to character more often than not? Is it weird to see him not like that, or is it weird to see him like that?
I've hung out with him a few times, so it's not too weird either way,
When you're just hanging out and something exciting happens, does he just bust into some crazy Bubbles line?
Not really, no.
That's a letdown.
It's completely separate,
Yeah.
He's got to Superman has to take Clark Kent has to take the glasses off. So he's got to put the glasses on.
Yeah. And I don't know how he does it, by the way. That's gotta hurt his eyes.
He has glasses because of it. Those are real hardcore prescription glasses.
Of course they are. They make his eyes 4 inches in diameter.
I need to stop because there's been a great comment in the chat that I need to reiterate. Speaking of your stale beer comment.
Okay.
Keith Cowenbergs, who, by the way, did this freaking amazing sign back here that he CNC'd for us and made an incredible woodworking sign for us 5-6 years ago. Keith says, stouts are like older women and cars. You always get a better ride in an older model.
Wow.
I love it. That was perfect. And by the way, Joyce Van Setters is one of our. What's up, Joyce? Thanks for tuning in. She has a podcast of her own. Go check it out. It's called Forever Free Space Podcast. They talk about entrepreneurship. Nice.
And her and Pete are some of our rec clients here. They do their podcast here. And I'm glad that she tuned in tonight. I've been super quiet, but thanks for tuning in tonight.
She said, "Where can we get the beer?" And I said to her, Blackout Stout is from Michigan, and you could probably find it online at a craft beer delivery service. But Dragon's Milk is sold locally here in New Jersey, and I'll help her find it after the show if she's looking for it.
All right. I got the connect to Joyce too, obviously.
Cool.
So Joyce, I can always shoot you a text with the info. And Donald,
I'm going to enter Joyce in the hot sauce.
The podcast for Donald because he said this production is top notch. I appreciate that, Donald.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Rec Studios is where you can do it. So if you're local to the Tinton Falls area, anywhere in central Jersey, and you're looking to do something like this, Donald Bucci is a promoter for wrestling shows.
Oh, we could definitely do a wrestling
he is the
match
man.
in the back.
I actually want to have Donald on the show when he's got something to promote, because if he's got another show coming up eventually, we're going to need to help him promote it. And I can show him the location then. So,
yeah.
Don, tell me if you got anything going on, buddy. And if you want to come by, I would love to have you. He does his own podcast during football season.
Okay.
And they do picks and they talk about the different teams and what they're doing. So, somebody said on the next episode, if I win, Jay Wilson has to chug the hottest one.
Wow.
There you go. Absolutely. Jay Wilson, you're going to have to chug.
I don't know who Jay is, but I feel bad for him, especially
I do
judging
know who
off your
Jay
face,
is,
Aaron.
And I'm going to make it so even if he doesn't win, he wins.
Just when like Aaron walked in initially, I was like, so PJ told me you brought the jet fuel, and he kind of like made a face at me, and he was like, yeah, if you guys really want to try it, want to try it, I don't advise it, but if you guys want to have some, let's do it.
So he said to me, he was like, should I bring the hot one? And I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. Why not? Slide it over to me. I'm going to try it right now. I'm lathered up. I've got some.
I'll do it too.
All right, cool,
I mean,
cool.
we're at that point.
We're going to take a hot sauce bump, right? We're not going to
Which
swab
Kelly,
it.
by the way, earlier made mention of. I
Yes,
want
sir.
you to know that you are to put it in your mouth and not actually physically snort it
doesn't
up
go
your
up your
nose.
I've seen
right.
videos of dudes doing crazy, like snorting.
Steve O would definitely do that. He would put it in his eyes and his butthole.
He's got hot sauce for your butthole.
Does he have hot sauce for your butthole?
Yes.
Do you know about said hot sauce?
Dude, you want to hear a story about that?
Yeah.
Yes,
Did
and
you
I'm
have
gonna do
some
this
from his
right now.
butthole?
So camera's on me for a second because I'm going to do
Alright.
this. It's sitting on my hand right now. I don't want to just leave it here.
All
All right, so here we go.
That was a lot, dude.
It's all,
You don't even know how hot it is.
don't be a pansy. Just do
You were
it.
going to say the other P word.
Yeah, no, I won't say that. First show.
Oh, look what I did.
That was a lot, right?
Oh.
All right, so get in on it. All right,
Hold on.
one.
It's all over my hand. Wait.
All right, guys.
Good luck,
So
guys.
share it out with your timelines. I want everybody else tuning in to see what idiots we are because this shit is jet fuel. Steve is not human. That doesn't count. Yeah, Steve-O's not
Okay.
human. All right, ready?
Wow, I smell it.
It smells like fire. It
All right,
smells
so
like I'm gonna
Just
be
go
sit-
in one shot.
Yeah,
Hit it, man.
smells like I'm gonna be
All right.
sitting on the toilet.
All right, I'm
for the
going.
next 6 months.
Ready?
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Hit it like it owes you money.
Oh wow! It immediately hit your nose.
Immediately hit the nose.
It's gonna bloom. It's gonna get hotter. It's gonna grow.
All right, so it's definitely got ghost in it if it's
Yeah.
going to keep growing.
Oh, I feel it. I feel it on my uvula right now.
I feel it on the. We're having the same exact reaction, same time. So
Oh.
look, it's tolerable right now for me. I enjoy it. It's got good flavor. I like it.
It
We-
does
we
taste
had-
good.
We had two others that are way hotter than that, but I feel that this is the best tasting one. And
I think that this you could do the most with. You could actually use it. It's not a stunt sauce, if you know what I mean.
Does this have like a Scoville rating?
well, the whole Scoville thing, I think
Or is that
it's
BS?
A little
That's a little bit of marketing?
It's complete marketing. It's a real
All right, so it's
thing.
starting to elevate
Yeah.
right now.
It is a real thing, but the thing is, in order to get that number, you have to take it to a lab and pay a lab to test
Right.
it, which nobody ever does. So they're just guesstimates. They're not
Okay.
accurate. They're not real. Like most of them, I'm sure there's been a couple of them, but to spend thousands of dollars on a lab just to put a number on there, it's
I want to
That's silly.
describe what we're going through right
Yeah.
now.
Go
So
ahead,
what
you
it
first.
feels like is maybe you took a knife to a flame for a little while, and then you did a nice little quick swipe on your tongue,
Okay, I feel that.
right? It's I hear loud breathing, and Joyce goes, "Not the uvula."
It's like a donkey punch right to it.
So anything but the uvula.
Yeah, I felt it for
It's
sure.
like the little boxing, the little speed bag in the back of your
Yes,
throat.
correct.
All right, so it's tolerable, but it's making my eyes water.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's like a stripe down my tongue
Yeah, almost
right now.
like you burnt your tongue without the extra skin hanging off of
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
I can deal with it. It's not the hottest I've ever had. I had I tried the toe of Satan with those guys that one time.
Oh, God.
That's a lollipop that you put in your mouth and you just hold it until you can't hold it in there anymore. I'm actually pretty proud of myself at how we're both handling it. You're doing a great job.
I love hot stuff.
Yeah, me too.
My wife is Hispanic. We eat hot stuff all of the time. She would love all of this stuff. She's super jealous. She's in chat right now, but
half of it. You know, that's not
she
even
puts
hot.
hot sauce on mashed potatoes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Regular snack for me at home is like we get those lime flavored kind of like they're not tortillas, but they're like that like a triangle side chip.
Yeah.
And I just in a bowl and just pour hot sauce on them and just eat that as a snack. You know, like that's
it's like a salsa.
I love hot sauce.
That's awesome.
One thing I really like about this, aside from the taste, like it is tasty on the front side. It's got a lot of flavor. It hits you right away.
It doesn't make me go, I'm not going to go back for that. I'm going to go back for it.
I also like how it flattens out too. So like it came in real strong, like a wrecking ball.
Coming in hot.
It gave me that layer over my tongue, like PJ's talking about it. My lips are still a little tingly right now, but after it bloomed, it hit its top, and it didn't it didn't punch me in the eye afterwards.
Like I could envision that on a thing of wings, and it's not going to make me go. I can't have a second wing. I'm gonna wait after the first one. It smacks you in the mouth.
Yep.
It's like a little backhand from your dad when you were growing up, and you're like, oh, okay, all right. But it's already starting to temper now.
Yeah.
If you have a bunch of that on a wing and just
100%. I mean, think about that.
So I didn't think about that.
over.
I didn't think about the cumulative part of it because we did just do like a little dime size on. But if I had like 6 wings with this on it,
poured and sauce everywhere. And
I would be in which we'll try later. By the way.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I'm going to put that on a wing when we get
this
it.
is really good, Aaron. I
Thank
appreciate you sharing this secret experimental concoction, sauce number 3, with us.
And like I said, I appreciate that you brought the one with the most flavor.
Yeah,
because
we have 2 more, and like 1 and 2 are just they're freaking really good.
Those are, I call them stunt sauces because you're going to sell them because of the stunt of it.
Right.
But are you going to sell a lot of it? Or is it going to be like a one-time, like Da Bomb? Have you ever tried Da Bomb before?
No, because it's just extract.
It's just straight jet fuel. That is the exact explanation of it. There's nothing pleasurable about it. It just is like chemical burn for your tongue.
That stuff is really actually made for like industrial cooking.
Yeah.
So
put
like,
a little bit in a lot of
like
stuff, right?
Huge pot of something.
Yeah.
Just like, dink,
I've
you're
always
good.
said chili with a couple drips of a really hot sauce, it just opens up the chili, and now it's absolutely delicious. That would be what a stunt sauce is for,
Yeah, it's like a challenge sauce or a dare sauce or anything like that.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I say about these sauces here. Like some people get afraid, and I'm like, listen, it's not a challenge sauce. It's a challenge for you to stop eating it. So
yeah, it is delicious. It is definitely delicious. I am curious to try the other ones too.
Me too. And I think we'll save those in 15 minutes, guys. I want you to stick around. Tramonto's Pizza is on their way.
Talked about
and they are on their way with some of the best pizza in New Jersey.
We know that's what Aaron's sticking around for. It's certainly not the
100%.
conversation.
And look,
I'm gonna sleep here. I don't care. So get that pizza. Man.
we're Jersey guys. You're in New York. You live in New York, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we know pizza. We know good quality pizza.
Yep.
And I would never have somebody on the show that I wasn't just extremely proud of what they're putting out. And Tramonto's has only been in business, I think, for about a year, but they've been crushing it. They've been absolutely crushing it.
Were they like trained at another established joint or something like that?
We're going to find that out in
Yeah.
about 15 minutes. So stick around, guys. I want you to keep on watching. You're going to see amazing food. Cindy Two Wise says, hooray, you're back. She's somebody that we call the girls of EGT, the women of EGT. They support EGT, and they're in the community with us, and they're as loud and boisterous about our show as anybody, and we think it's awesome. The women that support us, we thank you so much. They're
great.
loud about it in our group, and they're always promoting our stuff and our businesses. Cindy, if you know anyone that likes hot sauce, I need you to turn them on to this company right here. It is Coney Island Saucery. They're doing absolutely great things. So if you guys could just smash the like button for me for Coney Island Saucery. I want to see the hearts flowing. I want to see everybody excited about who we have on. And I have been in a saliva lather for the past 15 minutes. Right?
I had to cough twice because of it. You know what I'm saying? The final repercussions. It definitely
my mouth
does
is
its
totally
thing.
cool now.
Yeah.
But I've still got it in my nose a little bit.
I feel it on my lips too. So like I said, it's if you were to compile it on multiple things, if you were to eat 6 wings with it, I think you would be in a different position right now than you are right now.
I mean, yeah, it's anything.
I think
just
you'd be
building on itself, and it's going to make you. It's going to make you snot and sweat, and it's going to bring the juices out.
So
the juices will be flowing.
This prototype that we're trying here, from what you told me, Aaron, which we're not going to talk in great depth of, but can be available soon for some people potentially.
Yeah, we're hoping we have this one out in like a couple of months.
Stay tuned to the socials, especially the Instagram of Coney Island Saucery, and basically he's going to tell you the moment that this drops.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll know.
You will know. So follow along. If you haven't liked this page, go like it. There's lots of really good entertainment on there. And Nasser says of Tramonto's, his family owns the Sunset Diner. That's next door to the pizza place.
So my wife and I, we love that diner. We haven't been in a while, but really?
I can't wait. So in 15 minutes, we're going to learn about that connection. Find out how he decided to open up a pizza shop right next door to his parents' location. But if you've been watching our socials and you've been seeing some of the promotion for the show, I've been sharing the pizzas. He does deep dish like no other. He does a Detroit style that just looks ridiculous.
So what's this Detroit style? Like, I don't even.
So Detroit style is a Sicilian or thick slice, airy but nice and crispy on the outside. And they do cheese first and then the sauce on top.
So it's kind of like LMB.
Yes, it's similar. Yeah, Sicilian, Detroit style, and upside down pies all are kind of incongruent, description of each other. L&B is the most famous of the upside down pie, or it's the one that made it really
I think they got to be like the first one because they've been around for like 100 years. Or 200
and then
years,
the guys at Brooklyn Square in Jackson, New Jersey, recreated L&B here in Jackson.
I might have a story. I don't know if it's the same guy, but
please do.
So what happened was they had one in Staten Island called Square or something like that.
Square
That's what I was
pie.
told. Yeah, Square. And supposedly it was a guy who worked at L&B, and he kind of took that recipe, and supposedly he went to the joint for a little bit, and when he got out, he took that recipe and figured out Square, and they went to a lawsuit.
Wow.
With L&B sued him.
Oh, okay.
And then they did something so like it kind of worked out.
The crazy thing about recipes is all you got to do is change the tiniest thing.
Just a green. There was something but they did go at him for that.
Sure.
And,
because that's literally their heart and soul.
That's their. Everyone goes for the Square.
Yeah.
I actually, after the New York City Hot Sauce Expo, I had some friends that came in from out of town. I brought them right to L&B.
It's your go-to.
What's up?
It's the go-to.
That's the go-to.
First we went to Coney Island, and then L&B's right over there, So then we hit up L&B also, and they tried some spumoni and all that, and but yeah. So supposedly that's the story I heard anyway about that joint. Is the guy got out of the joint, did L&B pie, and
it was his first stop.
yeah. He's like, you know what? I need a future.
Oh man.
He knew what he was doing as far as the food was concerned. So sometimes you know secrets, and you want to do what you got to do.
I did hear one thing from another guy that they use provolone instead of mozzarella cheese.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's an interesting twist.
Yeah, L&B does.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's their game.
But not Brooklyn Square. Brooklyn Square, they are just inspired by L&B.
Okay.
But they are that crispy outside with the airy. It's thick. It looks heavy as hell, but it's like a cloud.
Yeah.
They're incredible. And I live 4 minutes from them. So
lucky man.
Yes, I absolutely am.
Delicious.
Yeah, it's so good. We'll have Brooklyn Square on eventually, but I would put Tramonto's in a level playing field with those guys. So I'm excited to see. I'm not sure, but I think he's doing something with garlic knots tonight too. So I think we'll see in just a little bit. In about 10 minutes, he's going to be here.
Yeah.
So guys, if you
confirmed?
would, for Coney Island Saucery and also for Tramonto's Pizza, I need you to hit the share button right now, share it on out with your timeline, and say pizza in 10 minutes and see if that gets people's mouths flowing. Travis Graham said, as long as it's not the Old Forge nonsense, I'll try any style pizza. Old Forge.
What is that? Yeah, give me some background on this.
Travis,
I don't even understand what this means.
Old Forge style, and tell us what you don't like about it.
Are you familiar? No?
No, never heard of it.
Yeah.
Old Forge. It's up in North Jersey.
Oh, okay.
I know just the littlest bit about it, but I've never been there. Nasser says I would have to second that with the pizza. Yeah, their pizza's incredible. I've been to a lot of pizza spots. I'm no Dave Portnoy, but I've been to a lot of places in New Jersey. And over the last 10, 15 years, I've promoted some really awesome spots. I was on Calabria's Pizza before Dave Portnoy, just saying how amazing they were. And then he reviewed them an 8.9, which is one of the best scores in New Jersey. And DeLucia's Pizza, 9.4.
I just had that 2 weeks ago, DeLucia's.
They're amazing.
One of the video guys brought it down for us.
But you said you had it not.
I had a cold,
right
so
out
I didn't
there.
get like the full, hoopla from it. Yeah, no, it was still a good cold, but it really wasn't phenomenal.
It wasn't like fresh out the oven. Nothing is. I mean,
No.
you got to eat it in the first 10, 15 minutes or else it just loses a little bit.
Well, I gotta say something. Like, reheating a slice in the oven is not a bad thing.
Oh, is that how you
Reheating
do
it
it?
in the
That's
air
not how we do
fryer
it.
is even better.
Really?
The air fryer?
Oh,
We don't do it
my
like that
God.
either. We put it in a pan, in a frying pan with a little bit of water and
Sure,
cover
that
it just to
revives it.
rehydrate it, so
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
get that
100%.
Yeah.
stale kind of taste to it. Little Sleeper Pizza place too. I didn't talk about this last week with you, PJ, and they unfortunately recently sold out. They had owned it since my mom was a kid. I don't want to get my mom's date, but it was a long time. Nunzio's in Long Branch.
Yeah. Okay.
Snooki over there. I mean, they sold out. The guy that
Snooki? The Snooki?
she's the original Snooki. Her name was
Yeah.
Snooki first.
Snooki before
Not,
Snooki. Was
yeah, not the
Snooki.
other Snooki. Portnoy went there. I think they gave him like an 8.7 or something like that.
All right.
But hole
That's
in the
a
wall
good
shot.
score. Anything 8-1 or better is
Yeah.
really a Portnoy hat tip.
But I don't think it's going to stay the same. And I'm not trying to be negative. They did sell out, and it kind of ties back. I was telling PJ last year with pizza, like with recipes in general, and I'm sure you'll relate to this, but I feel like with pizza, you have that one pizza cook that is your claim to fame, whether it's the owner or whatever, the right guy. You often can't duplicate that, right?
That's that one in Avenue J in Brooklyn, the Faras.
Same thing. Has the one pizza guy, right, that does all the
Yo.
pizza?
I just got an update.
no,
Our
the-
pizza is 5 minutes away.
Wow.
Yes. But the Farah, like the guy died. It was like I don't know, man. Like all these like dudes from like Williamsburg, these hipsters and stuff. They had a line to see this guy in Midwood. This old dude bust out like an oil can and oil the crap out of a pizza and throw it in. They're like, "Oh, it's so good. It's the best. This and that." And I tried it. It just seemed like an oily, sloppy mess to me. I would not stand on a line for it. But everyone's got their own palate. But
Yeah.
People
Isn't
still,
it crazy what some people will stand in line for?
I think it's what it is like. So I do a lot of events, and I noticed that if you see a lot of people at a line, people will go to that line, and they'll grow and grow and grow.
It's a psychological thing.
I was thinking about actually hiring some fake line standers.
Yeah.
Yes.
People do it. Companies
Why
do it
not?
all the time, man. I mean,
100%.
they're constantly putting corporate props, out there.
Yeah, just stand here. I'll give you $5.
Yeah. I'll give
Get some sauce for $5.
You're
That's
so
right.
cheap.
Give him a bottle, give him $5. They'll be
$5.
good to go.
Wait, I just want to kind of circle back to the Old Forge pizza, just so everybody knows. It says here that Old Forge pizza has a crust that's lighter than typical thick crust and crispy on the bottom and chewy center. There are two types of Old Forge pizza, red and white. On a red, the sauce is on the sweeter side, and sometimes the diced or has diced onions on it. So I don't think that I would be a fan of.
Travis said it's from the Poconos. They use a creamy style cheese. Seems like almost a cream cheese.
That's terrible.
Oof.
That sounds absolutely
that is
terrible.
not
I am
pizza.
such a snob when it comes to this
no.
with
You know what?
pizza
That's
and
an
cheese.
open-faced bagel.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or focaccia with like cream cheese on it. No thanks.
Open face bagel.
Open faced bagel.
That's incredible.
Shit.
So, but you got to have good. If you're making pizza, this pisses me off so much.
Yeah,
I'm going to say
using
this
cheap
before he
cheese
gets here.
just creates
There's
oil. all
oh,
over
dude,
your
there's so many
pizza.
pizza places that do it. They skimp. First of all, pizza places are like, like the nail salon of the food industry, right? Like they're everywhere. Everybody wants to open a pizza place.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, you want to like cheap out on your cheese, bro. Like you have 3 ingredients that you need. Cheese, sauce, and dough. You're like, how do you cheap out on one of the 3 ingredients? I get so pissed when I go to a pizza place and they use cheap. You can see it from the bat, right? Because it's all orange and like thin. And then imagine this. This is always what gets to me too. You order a pizza, right? You're pumped. You're like, oh, I got this pizza coming. They say like 35, 45 minutes. You're
Just like I am now.
bro, you're waiting,
Dude,
right?
we gotta
Yeah, like
text
we
them
are over
5
here
minutes
slobbering.
away. I am salivating.
Where you
right
at,
now.
Teddy?
It's
We're
not
starving.
The hot sauce.
So then you wait the 45 minutes, the pizza comes and it's garbage.
And it's all oil on the top of the pizza.
How do you feel about how do you react to that, Aaron? And you just paid like $42 for it because like pizza's ridiculously expensive now.
I say you go visit that pizzeria and have a little thing called Justice.
That's right,
Yeah.
New Jersey Justice.
Yeah, it's
Let
like,
me have a little talk with you.
No, not here, in the back,
So somebody said, my wife said to try the hot honey pizza from there. So Tramonto's. It's funny that they say that because I literally had that slice about 3 weeks ago. It is a triangular slice of pizza. It's thin cut. It is an angry grandma, they call it. It is the grandma slice of pizza, but with hot honey and pepperoni cups. Oh my God.
It sounds good.
It was my first introduction to Tramonto's. And that immediately made me stand up and go talk to the guy that owned the place and go, Teddy, we need to have you on the
What's
show
the
because
deal with
this is
this?
absolutely incredible. So that's the angry grandma.
Have you tried a mustard pie yet?
Yeah.
You did try it.
That's Papa's, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to know if you tried it though.
100%.
Have you ever tried a pizza with mustard on it? Or
Never.
mustard's in the crust, right? It's on
It's,
the
I can
it's,
see
it's
that.
the
I can
first
see that. A
layer
little spice.
after the
Yeah.
crust. It's unique. It's one-off, but it's not crazy mustard. It's not like you're biting into it and you're going, oh my God, that's spicy brown.
Give it a little like tang, a little heat.
Yeah,
to
it gives you a little bit of that mustard after kind of tang. Exactly what you're talking about. But
talk about Mike's hot honey, man. Actually, I was I met him quite a few times, and I used to sell his stuff like years ago with Hot Sauce Willie's, and that guy blew the hell up, and he started out at a pizzeria.
Wow.
wow.
He started out at a pizzeria. So what happened was he went to like some country chili or something like that, and it was like they had it there, right? And he was like, "Oh, this is good. Let me bring it back." And he made a bunch, and he worked at this pizzeria in Brooklyn, and he started putting it on there, and then people started requesting for the hot honey on the pizza, and he was like, "Oh, I think I got something here." And now I think he's at a $40 million business.
crazy.
Wow.
A year business.
Crazy.
Wow.
And actually, I saw him at another show. It was a barbecue show that I vended at, and he doesn't even sell his stuff anymore. They showed up there, they gave it out, and he just came in. He was like, "What's up?" And he left.
That's it?
Yeah, man. It was like they had to have Mikey's blessing.
When you
Teddy is here because he just said, is there a code to get in the building?
It's
No.
called. It's called
Where's he at?
H2O.
He's at the wrong building.
Just walk right in. I'm
No,
at the gate.
he's
Where's-
got
he's at
no,
a
no,
gate.
no. He went too
no.
far. He's got to turn around. You gotta give how
Oh,
many
no.
directions on the live stream? He needs a turnaround. And I think he's at the entrance to the housing development over there.
Oh,
So
no.
he needs to turn around, come back, and make a right between the two white buildings. How do we navigate that?
Uh-oh.
I'll tell you how we navigate it. You sit here with Aaron.
No, I'm going to freaking call him
You're
on
gonna call.
air.
Okay. We should have just hooked his phone up to the soundboard.
Teddy.
Hey,
We're live on air right now, but I figured I would just give you a call so we can verbally navigate you
And
here.
you're on the
because
microphone.
My mouth has been watering for pizza for the last like half hour.
here for you.
All right. So he needs to turn around. He's facing a gate, right?
You're facing a gate, right?
Yeah.
To a housing development. So you need to turn around,
Turn around.
and then you need to make a right between the two white buildings that will be on your right-hand side. Did you see those little white buildings before?
Okay.
I should probably just go help him. Let me just go help him.
All right. So
It'll be a lot quicker.
there you go.
You know
So
what I mean?
James is going to come help you. He'll talk to you on the phone. We'll get you here. Don't worry. And then we're going to showcase that pizza. Man, my mouth is
I'm going to
watering.
showcase the hell out of that pizza.
Oh God, I don't know
gonna
who's going to be
showcase it.
talking while the pizza's in my mouth, but
Showcasing it so good.
all right. So in the meantime, in the 420, what peppers do we have?
We got cayenne.
Cayenne, straight cayenne.
That's it. Just cayenne.
Okay, and then in our next level up, what is that guy?
Scotch bonnet.
Ooh,
But, you know, it all depends on how much you use, you know?
right.
So it's controlled. It's controlled.
You can
and,
amplify that flavor and go crazy if you want to.
Yeah, you just put a whole bunch more pepper.
It's
in
literally
there.
just Scotch bonnet.
That's it.
That's it.
A lone pepper. Well, there's no roasted red pepper if you want.
Okay.
It is a pepper.
But that is the balance because roasted red pepper brings down the heat and gives you a little more vegetal flavor.
Well, I really wanted to load it up. It's called Smokes Let's Go. So, I mean, it's got like smoked paprika. It's got oak smoked sea salt. It's got freaking molasses, which has smoke tones to it.
Nice.
It's got chipotle powder, which is mesquite smoked jalapenos.
Yep.
You know, it's just, and then smoked pepper. Yes, my favorite has that, but it's like smoke on smoke on smoke on smoke.
Yeah,
on
there's
smoke.
plenty of smoke to go around.
But it's,
There's just-
it's blended really nicely. We just got a review actually, and it got a 9. And
Ooh.
it said absolutely delicious on there.
That's
So,
great. What
yeah.
from what article?
It was what you call it again? It was an Instagram reviewer. It was called
awesome.
Brews and Burns.
All right, so somebody that is
no,
making a living on Instagram, trying hot sauces.
I sent it over to him and said, "Hey, review." And he's like, "Yeah, sure." And he
That's
tried
awesome.
it, and he said on his review that, and a lot of people say this, that because the Trailer Park Boys are on it, they think it's a gimmick.
Yeah,
But
sure. A lot of time, I mean, that happens with wine a lot.
Oh yeah,
You know, there's different celebrities that get on wine, and they have nothing to do with the actual aging of the wine and the selection of the grapes and
yeah.
all of that, and they just kind of slap their name on it on the end, and
Mhm.
you can tell there's no love that went into this. It was just a marketing.
It's a money grab.
opportunity. Yeah,
Money grab.
and there's lots of celebrities that do it, but then the people that do it well, they stand out. You know, honestly, I have to give a little hat tip to The Rock. His Terramana tequila
Oh yeah,
is absolutely fantastic.
really?
My wife is a huge fan.
Okay.
And we put it up against a lot of other tequilas that we used to drink and enjoy.
Mhm.
His Terramana tequila is impressive. Yeah, it's really, really good. And the price point's not too crazy. It's like $38.99 or something.
Like about 750.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's delicious. So there are some people that are putting out a good product, either by mistake or on purpose, you know?
Well, a lot of these guys, they do care about their reputation and they will try it. And, you know, Trailer Park Boys tasted everything before we released it and approved it. And the people that we're talking to right now, they're tasting it and they're going to have to, you know, it's got to be approved by them. So yeah, there's some people that care and some people just don't like give a crap. You know, they're like, I'll just put my face on it, my beautiful face, and make that beautiful money.
That's
and
it.
Call it a beautiful day.
But the problem with that is people will buy anything once. But if they try it and it's not great, they're not buying it again.
Well, that's the whole thing with like when you do anything. So it's 80% marketing, 10% quality of goods, which creates repeat buyers.
Yeah.
And then 10% profitability. Of course, you have to make money.
course.
So all those together make a great product, you know, because
And it's got to be a good balance. Got to be a good balance there. You got to have great marketing, but the product has to speak for itself. And then you also have to make some money. Because if you don't make any money, it doesn't matter how great the product is. You're not going to keep making it.
It's, you know, the label has to look right. All that stuff will get somebody to try it, you know, and that's the 80% because you got to get them to try the thing.
Right.
But then if it tastes good and they like it, then they'll buy it again. And if you're making money, then you can make more and continue the saga, you know?
Kelly HQ said, I tried Snoop Dogg gin and it was
so bad.
absolutely. Hey, there he is.
The moment of
Our
truth.
pizza has arrived. Oh, Maron. I got to see what we have here. So, Teddy, you can see the feed right there, what we're doing. This is your seat right here. Get comfy, get cozy. We're going to display the
Got some
pizza in the
headphones for
center.
you.
Teddy, meet Aaron. Aaron, Teddy.
Nice to meet you.
Aaron owns Coney Island Saucery, and we have been enjoying the sauce, but now it's time for the pizza.
Yes.
All right, so let's.
Your arrival has been anticipated.
Look at
that.
that. All right, so Teddy brought with him a
Look
Detroit
at that.
style pizza,
Here.
which once he sits down,
I got you, Neil.
we are going to talk all about it. You're going to
at
tell
this.
us everything that goes into it. All right, guys. So share it out for Tramontos right now. The smell is amazing. It just hit my nose. I'm going to have a hard time actually doing an interview because I'm going to have to. Is this the wings?
Well, first
You
of
guys
all,
take turns like eating. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
Welcome
James
to
do
the
the
show,
interview. I'm
Teddy.
gonna
Thank
eat,
you
and
for
then I'm gonna
coming
say
and bringing
thank you.
these delicious treats. Bring that microphone a little bit closer to you, bud.
Maron.
All right, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, eat it. Bring it with you.
All right.
There you go. So a lot of
Welcome,
anticipation
first of all.
for your arrival, man. Some folks here also familiar with the spot.
Oh
So,
my God.
and we heard also through the grapevine. Is this true? Your parents they own the Sunset Diner?
Yeah, me and my family own Sunset Diner.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
We love that diner.
Yeah, there's-
Somebody
we
who's
got
a big
motto.
fan of yours was excited and getting ready for you to come.
Yeah.
And she shed the light on, did you know that the next door neighbors are also the owners?
Yep.
And I did not know that. So that's awesome information.
Yeah.
So
That's
welcome.
right.
Thank you so much for joining us.
We've been in business for like 24 years. You know, we have a motto: "There's no place finer than Sunset Diner."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what in Italian Tramontos means sunset.
Oh, there we go. I was going to ask you, where's
Dude.
the inspiration for Tramonto?
We love the OG feel of that place. You know what I mean? It's
Hell
like
yeah.
it's very homey. It's very mom and pop. You know.
Yeah, me and my wife put a lot of work into it. You know, from top to bottom. I don't know if any of you've been there to the store prior
Sure.
to us, but
Yep.
it was terrible.
Yep.
So we
Wow.
definitely, you know.
That was why when I came there about a month ago, 3-4 weeks ago now, it took me by surprise. I didn't know what to expect, but I had seen you on the Jersey Pizza joint spot. A couple of people talking you up and saying what you're doing, and the visuals on your pizzas are amazing because clearly the taste has to fall in line. But the first thing you see is how amazing they look.
Of course.
Where did you get? All right, so let's move the mic closer. to
Yeah,
you.
I'll boost up his levels a little bit too.
Thank you so much. So, where did you get the technique behind the pizza that you're making?
So pretty much I've been in the kitchen since I'm 10 years old, right there at Sunset Diner.
Yeah.
You know, and I just always had a good eye. I used to draw a lot. I consider myself an artist. I'm also a videographer and photographer. So
Right.
every detail I pay attention to, and it's really just seeing what, you know, kind of going off, you know, other people too, seeing, you know, different ideas and just enhancing it and taking it to a different level to, you know, separate us from the other guys. You know, everybody at the end of the day is just making pizza, you know, but I consider it an art.
It absolutely is, and I mean, it's obvious when you see what you're doing that you care about it.
Yeah, of
I think
course.
it's very easy to tell that. And that's what I was so taken aback by. I mean, I see all the things in the window and stuff like that. And a lot of times window pizza just isn't the best advertisement for a
No.
business
No.
because they just, you know, it's what we're putting out. If you guys want a slice, you know, you take pride in that, man.
We
Your
show out
window
over
looks
there.
absolutely
Yeah.
delicious.
Hey, our customers' biggest problem when they come in is seriously they can't decide which slice to pick.
I
You know
had
what
that
mean?
problem,
Yeah,
too.
you were there.
But I saw an angry grandma piece, and I had to have
Of
that.
course,
and
that's a
that
big-
was
big
so
seller
good. So
right there.
tell us a little bit about the angry grandma.
Pretty much. I mean, it's on our thin, crispy grandma crust. It's got crushed red pepper, a charred pepperoni cups. You know, our special house mozzarella blend.
I'll get you a plate.
And some Mike's Hot Honey, and it just really bursts in flavor. It's got a sweet heat to it. You know, nothing crazy that's gonna make you sweat, but it's just
Yeah,
it's
just
different,
it
you
just
know?
lets you know you're alive. That's the
Yeah,
way I
yeah,
like to
yeah,
describe
yeah.
Mike's Hot Honey. It's just it's delicious, but it's got that sweetness that cuts off any of the heat.
Yeah.
But that mixed with pepperoni is just
it's top notch.
It's like an elite
And the
combination,
pizza's
right?
gotta be crispy too. Like,
Yes.
it's-
Yeah.
The combination of all that, it's insane.
I agree with you completely.
I just went on a tear about this before about pizza, man, because like we talked about pizza last week too, and like pizza's one of those things, bro, that like there are so many pizza places out there that are just doing the bare minimum, you know, and they're almost like I made the analogy before of like the nail salon of that industry, meaning that there's a bunch of pizza places and a bunch of people think that they make great pizza, but they like cheap out on the cheese, which I is an abomination. It makes me so angry. I get so angry about it.
It sucks, but really, I mean, COVID ruined the food industry. You know, the prices and the consumer doesn't really. Some of them don't understand. I mean, you go to the supermarket, you're getting 2 burrata balls for $9.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's.
How do you make a
crazy,
profit in
you
that,
know?
like in this environment?
I mean,
It's hard,
you
right?
know, it's definitely tougher. I mean, some people will get mad if you try and charge for a side of Mike's Hot Honey, but if
Are you gonna eat with us?
Of course. I'm
Yes,
starving,
that's my
man.
boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what I feel like right now? I feel like the dogs who put the bone on their nose and
And you gotta not eat it right now?
Yeah.
No,
Just
get in
wait,
on it. All right, so the
Now,
first
Sarah-
thing we're getting in on, tell me a little bit about this masterpiece that you have here. It's got garlic knots on the outside, which immediately I'm sold. But
Yeah.
tell me about this.
It's definitely a crazy pie. It takes time to make. You know, we take pride in it. The garlic knots you got to make fresh to order. It's not like we're pre-making them and leaving them there. Like it's got to rise with the dough, cooking in the oven together, so it could form as one. You know. But then you got your ricotta or vodka sauce is crazy. I'll put my vodka sauce against anybody's. Seriously.
So my wife calls me the vodka sauce king because I judge a place by their vodka sauce, and I got one of your slices with vodka sauce on it. Guess who's here 3 weeks later?
Yeah. See, so
I said to my wife, I go, his vodka sauce is through the roof.
it's awesome.
It's chunky. It's got consistency to it. It's got good flavor. It's got good garlic. It's got everything that I expect out of a vodka sauce. But you see so many people just throw in the towel with vodka sauce. I don't know why.
They probably make it fresh to order and just take heavy cream and mix.
Right,
the
just
sauce
dump some
together.
heavy
Hey,
cream
it's
in. That's
vodka.
that's not doing anything.
No. Surprisingly, most places don't even put vodka in their vodka sauce.
It's the vodka-less
Yeah,
sauce.
seriously.
That kind of makes me think of my macaroni and cheese I talked about
Hell yeah.
last week with no real cheese in
Last
it.
week we were talking about macaroni and cheese, and he was talking about the powder he pours in. I went, "Oh, what are you talking about?
That's a sin.
You got to make the cheese sauce. You got to make the
Velveeta.
pasta separately. Yeah,
Yeah.
Velveeta.
5 cheese.
Couple of different cheeses in with the Velveeta, so you get a little blend.
For sure.
Teddy, my wife just said in chat, I'm so glad to know we don't have to go all the way out to Trenton to get good pizza.
Oh no, it is right
Oh my
here,
goodness.
Kelly.
That's my stomping grounds, bro. I'm OT native. That's where I'm from.
Nice.
Yes.
So Teddy, how long did it take you to drive here?
I'd say probably like 16 minutes.
I was say
All right,
15
there
minutes.
you go. It's a
Yeah.
short trip away.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing that the
Listen.
pizza's so good.
This is so good, by
You
the
know
way.
what's funny? I haven't even taken a bite
I
of
have.
the slice yet. And I've had 2 garlic
Aaron
knots.
definitely has. There's our native pizza.
Aaron got here at 6 o'clock, and he has been chomping at the bit for some pizza. He was like, "I'm sticking around until that pizza."
I ain't
comes."
going nowhere, man. It's worth every freaking minute.
This
So,
is so good.
where did your passion for pizza specifically come? Come right up on that mic too.
Probably, I mean, I would say when I was younger, I made pizza for like 3 months, but it was only a specific type of pizza. I lived in Phoenix, Arizona, and I was just like, I could do better than this.
Yeah.
You know, like this is nice because I like making nice things.
So, what did you do in Phoenix, Arizona?
Me and my family actually sold Sunset for a few years, and we started a Sunset right out there, right by Arizona State University. It was wild. It was called
I'm sure it was.
Tempe, Arizona. Crazy times. But yeah, I just always loved making great food, and I made the diner food. The diner built me up to this because if
Sure.
you could work in a diner, you could work any kitchen.
Because you gotta make every kind of food,
you
right?
gotta make everything.
The diner
know?
menu is like 74 pages.
Yeah, we have a huge menu. Yeah. But,
He loves the Sunset Diner. He's
yeah.
always been a big fan.
Yeah, man.
And when we found out you had a link with them, he was like, dude,
Yeah,
all
we're in.
right, even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just said, man, I can do it better, and I can do it better at home.
Mm-hmm.
So you're born and raised Jersey, right?
Yep.
Other than your little jaunt out west.
Yeah.
So when you came back, did you immediately open up, or did you spend some more time at Sunset again?
I spent more time at Sunset, you know, helping. You know, I'm a big family guy. I like being around them. We have waitresses there for 20 years plus,
Awesome.
you know, so they're like my crazy aunts too, you know. And I
That's
just
the
like
other
being-
beauty of a diner.
Yeah.
You usually get the same waiter or waitress a lot,
Yeah.
and you form a relationship
Yeah, that's
with
what
them.
it's all about, and that's what makes my wife and I proud. You know, we're forming all these relationships with our
Yeah.
community and everybody. You know, we're sponsoring little league teams. We're doing this, doing that. You know, whatever we could do, and that really makes us proud.
That's awesome.
know,
I mean, for me, that's I told Aaron, that's the reason why we do EGT. We want to promote local business that's doing interesting and fun and different things, you know,
Yeah,
to
that's
kind of turn
awesome.
people on to the cool things that are in the area. And I can't tell you how many times I saw in Jersey pizza joints, people are raving about it.
Yeah,
So I was like, I
they're
got to
really
go take
happy.
a
Yeah.
spot. So how long have you been in business?
About 8 months
8
now.
months.
8 months.
This is not 8-month-old
No.
pizza joint.
No. No.
I mean, look at that.
We seriously, like, Leanna and I, we refused to open the store until we had. I mean, when I tell you, we went through 20 dough recipes, 20 different sauces. I was going through. I made sure I used one big company and one small company. You got to use the little guy because the little guy wants to show
100%.
out. You know,
Yeah.
and take care.
Do
of
the best work for you. Yeah.
bigger guy, and they'll be like, "Oh, look at this! This is different than them," you know. And that's what we went with. We don't want the same shit everybody else is using, you know. So, I
So
think,
somebody in the comments goes, could we see a collaboration with Coney Island hot sauce on a pizza sometime soon?
oh, of course,
We got a bunch to choose from.
We will collab with anybody.
He's
I
got
got
a 4
gallons. I got gallons.
he's got a 420 hot sauce, which is really like rated like a 2 out of 10.
That's right up my alley.
Yeah,
me
yeah.
too,
But
me too.
I think that one specifically could be a nice drizzle hot sauce
yeah.
for something.
Should we do it now?
said we
or-
crack
Yes, yes, let's
Yes.
do it. All right, I'm gonna
I
go-
need another slice for this, by the way. So does Aaron.
Go get
Aaron
that
also
Detroit
had 3
style.
wings already too.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, we gotta hit that Detroit.
All right,
Yeah,
so
I'm-
this
I'm-
one,
I'm hitting
this
that
one
as
is called the decent hot
Aaron, you
sauce.
wanna
It is Trailer
hand me your
Park
plate?
Boys.
You want to do? or
Have you
wanna
ever
go with
watched the
that?
Trailer
Yeah.
Park Boys?
You want to go with that?
So he's got a relationship with these guys. He's been putting this one out for a couple of years now. Aaron and I met 5-6 years ago when I was doing a hot sauce challenge show. He owned a company called Hot Sauce Willie's, which was like a distribution company, and linked me up with like 25 different hot sauce companies. And we put it on a wheel, and we had people spin the wheel and then do various.
That's the one we're using.
All right.
This is what you
Yeah,
recommend
hold
for
up.
pizza. I
that
think we do
one-
all of them.
That one goes really well on pizza because it's got 100 pounds of fresh garlic.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. Then maybe I do that one on the
But
the
this-
Detroit
but-
slice because I already got garlic over here.
But people put them all on pizza. I mean, I think it's one of those neutral things.
I'm gonna try
but-
it. I'm
You
gonna
could
try
put anything on pizza and it's acceptable.
Yeah.
Some people get pissed about certain things, but
Yep.
to each his own, I say. You know, I've
Right,
had
the
some
whole,
people
the whole
walk in-
pineapple
All
thing.
right, perfect example. A buddy of mine walks in with a can of Sloppy Joe. He's like, I want a Sloppy Joe pizza, Ted. I'm like,
That's
I got
interesting.
you.
Right on.
You know what I
You're
mean?
like
Yeah.
you're like the
And-
Ock of
and
Ocean
he loved
Township.
it. He loved it, and it made him happy, and that's what makes us happy.
Right?
gonna
At the
do
end
like
of the day,
sandwich?
if somebody's enjoying something that you made,
Yeah.
win, right?
Of course, that's what it's all about, you know.
So I am going to take the Detroit slice, and I'm going to put a little bit of this hot sauce on the
Oh, yeah, that's
Detroit
good.
slice.
Like,
That is good. Yeah.
the
Do you want a Detroit
The
slice
green
over there?
bastard. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It's bright, fresh. You know, it's got a kick at the end.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna kill you. You know.
We
So
also
everybody
didn't.
share it out for Tramonto's Pizza right now. Let your timeline know that we have some amazing offerings on the table right now. And if you go in, you're going to find like 50 different slices. He has so many slices in the window. You got a mac and cheese slice or something like that?
I
Or
had
it was
that today. It was a hot honey fried chicken mac and cheese. With
What?
sesame crust on it.
He just kept saying words that are all delicious.
It's like the
Hot
whole
honey fried
Wait.
mac and cheese.
Who comes up with these pizzas? You?
Crazy. So usually Wednesdays and Thursdays, I'm the pizza man.
Okay.
That's me. And I like to put a good shelf together. So really towards the weekend, I mean, every day we got everything you need plus more. You're going to come in and you're not going to be able to decide which one to get because, like you guys said, you know, they have a Sicilian out. They have a pepperoni.
Yeah.
They have this. A
white
it's
that
all
looks
the
like it's
same.
been out for like 32 hours.
It's all the same,
You
same
know.
stuff.
Yep.
You know, but we have different styles, so many different style of crusts. You know, our Roman pan pizzas, our deep dish rounds, the Detroits. We have.
So tell us about the Roman. What is a Roman pizza?
Hand me that sauce over there.
This one.
Yep. I'm gonna try that one
Roman.
next.
This one's awesome. The Verde.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Pasta 420 sauce.
That's a 420 sauce.
That's fire. It's really good.
Alright, so-
that one right there, right?
This is what I tried.
The
that's
green
the green
bastard.
bastard.
Green bastard, man.
I like
That's the
green
420 right there.
This is.
No, that's one right here.
Where?
That's right there. That's a decent.
Oh,
That's the one I just
That's,
did
it's
right
decent
now.
hot sauce. You can open that up. That's
Get it.
just,
Go get it.
there you go.
So, can we get a little collab going with one of these sauces on a pizza coming up soon?
Yeah.
It's so
Whenever
good,
you
right?
guys want.
Yeah.
Wow.
This guy on the Detroit was amazing. It's a
Yeah.
green
No,
bastard
that's really good.
Verde hot sauce. You said this guy's 100 pounds of garlic?
Oh man.
That's that one. The decent. It's 100 pounds.
Oh, decent.
This
Okay.
one, the decent was really good on the style pie too. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was really good.
That's bomb.
Feel that?
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
That's
Yeah.
the smoky one, right? The
This would be
barbecue.
good with our pork.
It goes. It's like I was saying before. It's like a barbecue in a bottle. Like
Yeah.
hamburgers, hot dogs, ribs, pulled pork, pork
That's
chops.
really good.
Wow.
Thanks, yeah.
That's really good.
I'm in freaking heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have barely eaten today. I literally had a shake, a protein shake all day. I was like,
acceptable.
it's going to be really good food. I got to chill out because I get to the point, all right, this is a veteran of the EGT kind of situation. I used to get to these shows, I had like a good lunch, and I'd have like a piece and be like, nah, I'm full.
Yeah.
No thanks.
have saved
I
your
knew
appetite
tonight
for
was
this.
coming.
Yep.
But I want to try some hot sauce on one of those badass wings. that
Yeah,
we
man.
have
Here
there.
you go. You wanna?
It's got a good kick to it.
It's gotta make sure you got it.
Yeah.
So do you do delivery? Do you have Grubhub? Do you have DoorDash? How do you get your food
We're
to people?
on everything. We have our own delivery, DoorDash, Grubhub, Slice is our online ordering.
Yeah, I use
Uber
Slice all the
Eats.
time.
Yeah, Slice is good. It's fair. Yeah. So we do a lot of pickup.
Do you
dine-in.
like those other delivery services, or does it like jack up your price
Not
too much?
particularly, because I don't like the fact that they charge our customers so much money. You know what I mean? Not only are they charging us 30% on
Right.
top,
Oh, wow.
you know,
But
which
they're
forces-
jacking up your
They're
price, right?
jacking up their price on top of it, and I hate it. You know, because then it makes us look like we're too expensive,
Yeah.
or that you know. I prefer everybody use Slice because they only charge like $3.
Yeah, that's why I use
Yeah,
Slice.
they're better.
We run into that situation here in the studio. We have a couple platforms that you can rent our space from, and they do the same thing with our clients. They
Yeah.
take 20% of our rate, and then they tack on additional percentage
Sucks.
on their end too. So when you get into a position where you're ready to book or buy a pizza, when you get to the final checkout screen and it's an extra $13 or $14 you weren't anticipating,
Yep.
it's
And
kind
you're
of a
already
turnoff.
hungry as shit. You've already built your
You've gotten
pizza
so
or whatever.
far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
probably
like, I'm
took
not going
2
to
minutes
stop
get
now.
you there.
It'll be $52 for a pizza and some wings. And you're like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah,
But
at the end of the day, it'll be worth it.
the other side of that coin is they deliver to a radius that's larger than if you were to just deliver yourself.
Yes.
So it opens
outside
up.
people, you know, Tinton Falls. I mean, sometimes we'll deliver. It depends. If we're not busy,
You'll go a
you
little
know,
outside
we'll
the
go a little
radius.
outside the radius. If it's a decent order, you know.
Like in general, would this place be outside your radius? It's too far, right?
Yeah, We're
It's
north end
definitely
Tinton Falls.
outside. Yeah, it's outside the radius. Because you got Tinton Falls from us. There's like 12-minute Tinton Falls, and then
Yeah.
there's like
Right, which is
17
south side.
minutes in Falls.
South side, so up the top of
Well,
West
I
Park
wish
over
we
there.
could get to everybody, but
Yeah.
I encourage them. Any one of those machines will do it. You got to pay a little more, but it still will be worth
Listen.
it, and you'll feel good about yourself after doing it.
Good pizza is worth it, man.
Yeah, for
you know,
sure.
we struggle.
I would order this to Jackson.
Yeah.
You know how many people drive? They drive hour, 2 hours away for us. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's our first year, and
We
you
have
know,
to
we're-
hat tip the groups though, because
Yeah.
the groups talk you up.
Yeah.
And people get really excited about
Definitely.
it. And then they're like, screw it, I'm going to make a day of it.
Yeah.
I'll go to 3 different cool places. One of them's Tramonto's.
They
And
make
then-
like a little route, especially like you got New Yorkers and Staten
like a-
Island, a lot of
It's like a bar
out-of-towners.
crawl, but
Yeah.
for delicious pizza.
Yeah, they have that. They have a whole pizza map, and
Yeah.
I'm blessed. We're blessed to.
Hey, one of my
on
good buddies knows
That's
you.
That's great.
We got-
George Sambas.
Hey, what's up, George?
He goes, "What's up, Teddy? Congratulations on all your success."
Oh, thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
I've
man.
known George since I was really little.
Great guy.
George is a diner owner.
Yep.
Hershey. He owns a diner in Hershey. He's one of my buddies.
Yeah,
so
him and his father. I've known his father since I
because
was
you're a
kid,
diner
so-
owner, right? Is it
Yeah,
a community like
That's how-
that?
Listen, all the diners, the Greeks, all the Greeks.
That's what I was
That's
going
how-
with the
that's
Greeks.
we
How do you
roll.
say your last name?
Megadis. So my first name is Eleftherios.
Eleftherios.
My name, yeah, Eleftherios Megadis, but AKA Ted.
That's freaking awesome. That's a cool first name.
That first
half
name
Greek,
sounds
half
so
Italian.
so epic, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate.
and-
You know, some people even say they're like, "Do you have a middle name?" I'm like, "I think the first part name
No,
is
that
so
kinda
strong."
carries
So
you.
how do
You don't need
follow up
one.
with that.
No.
Yeah, what's going to be Eleftherios Tommy? No, that doesn't work.
You need to name a pizza that.
I try. I have a list this long of future names of sandwiches, pizzas. I mean, we got a lot of plans. You know.
Do you have a pizza with like meatball and something?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We
bunch of
a
meatball
bunch of
pizzas?
stuff. Yeah. I mean, we don't put too much of them out, but we have like the meat lovers. I mean, it's got everything.
Then it's got pepperoni, meatball, sausage.
Yep. And banana peppers and onions, and that's a serious pile.
Have you made like a chicken parm pizza?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Usually for something because like you have your standard pies that everybody has made. So
more
I like
wings
to
there?
make it a little bit different. And I'll put it on. I got this one new pan. It's like a rectangle Detroit long deep dish. You
Yep.
don't ever see a pizza like that. So I'll
Yeah, I've
usually-
seen that. The real long
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
They do sesame seeds on the outside sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, we always switch it up. It really depends. But I notice what the people like. They really like the tri-state, like the 3-sauce pizza.
Oh, the
So,
striped
the
pesto
striped one. A lot of my
vodka.
customers call it the rainbow pie, but like people say that's the best slice they've ever had.
Nice.
And a lot of people, I grew up, I like plain pies. If I'm ordering a pie, I'm ordering a half plain, maybe half white.
I'm with
Yeah.
I'm with you on
But
that.
I was always playing until now. I'm eating crazy stuff, and a lot of people that have lived off thin crust their whole life, they try deep dishes. Like, wow, I've been missing.
Damn right,
out.
you're trying
It's
crazy
good to
stuff
eat
because
around.
you do things in balance.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
What I love about these pizzas is there's not just one punch you in the face flavor and everything else is just a sideshow. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, no, you experience everything little by
The
little.
Yeah.
the garlic knots are not burnt. Usually these things all have different cooking times.
Yeah.
How do you work that out?
You got to spin the damn pie.
Often.
You spin it. Sometimes we'll put it on a screen to protect it a little bit.
Yep.
The top
Get a little
needs
more
to-
air
get
to
a little
it.
more top heat. So
But it's a science.
It is
for
a
sure.
science. I thought making pizza was easy in the beginning.
No.
It's not,
Uh-uh.
and a lot of people could tell you when they try and make it at home. It's not, and sometimes some pizzas take longer to make than others. Like this is a pain in the ass to make. It takes time.
I
you know?
appreciate
But it's
that you
worth it.
took
Yeah.
the pain
Yeah,
in the
of
ass
course.
to bring it here.
And you have to keep the oven clean, like
Always,
right.
I always every few minutes I'm brushing it out. Everything because you get the black stuff going on.
Yep.
Yep.
Flour collects. And
Ruins the
It's like
flavors.
a cigarette, an old
Yeah,
cigarette, right?
yeah, I mean, a really good cigarette. But,
Because
you know,
pizza.
But yeah, it's
good,
the
but it's
char
gotta
that
get
kind of
black,
builds up, right?
That's what burns the pies a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
So,
Kelly-
guys, we have about 20 minutes left in the show. We have 17 minutes left in the show. Anybody that shares out the show right now and then comments Tramonto's I'm in or pizza I'm in. Pizza's easier. So, pizza I'm in. We've got a giveaway for you,
Teddy
right?
brought some stuff.
We brought some stuff that we're going to give away. I'm going to lump you guys all in. So, you're going to have a shot at the delicious sauces. You're also going to have a shot at maybe a gift card or whatever. What'd you bring?
So I was just telling him it might be in my car. I have a gift card, but I also
Cool.
have a Boar's Head hat,
Hat,
and a Tramonto's t-shirt.
shirt, and a gift card. Killer trifecta. So, George, I want you typing it in there. Nasser, Kelly, everybody that's in there,
Kel,
share
get
it
us
out right
in.
now,
Get us in.
and we'll get you in on the giveaway.
Teddy, Kelly wants to know, what's your best or top selling pizza? Do you have a top selling pizza?
Our top selling pizza is that hot honey roni.
I still haven't had a slice of
that
that.
thing.
I'm going.
I mean, Friday night, Saturday night, the week we go through like over 100.
Have you had one?
50 of them.
Aaron, have you had one?
So,
I love that Aaron is like not bashful at all. He's like, no, I jumped into it. Face first.
I'm hurting because I didn't have 3. That's how good the shit was.
Oh, so good.
Appreciate that. Man.
Yeah.
So once again, if you're just joining us, we are here with Teddy. He is from Tramonto's Pizza, right in Wanamassa. My mother just said, I'm in. Okay. I'm not going to rig it so she wins, but I'm going to take her there either way.
All right.
Right? Tramonto's.
You're gonna go there with like a wig and pretend it's not
Yeah.
you. You're like, I won this.
So what are some of the other pizzas that maybe you haven't made yet that you're thinking about?
That
Is there
you can
anything
share.
cool?
So actually, I just was talking about it today. I kind of want to make like I don't even know what to call it, like a calzone pizza.
Oh,
You know, but like
bunch of ricotta.
yeah, and make it like it's like a flat calzone shaped pizza, and then the toppings on top of that. So when you cut into it, it's almost kind of like a thinner Chicago style, but not as deep.
Right.
Yeah,
Wow.
I've been looking into
So
that.
that's the Jersey Chicago style.
Yeah. So it's definitely, I think that will be cool. But I've been making I made like a blackened chicken Alfredo grandma.
Oh my God.
Just everything. We do coconut shrimp pizza. We do
What?
Nice.
Yeah, with the sesame seed crust, boom
Holy
boom sauce.
crap.
What?
You know what's a really good combination? Because I make a lot of rice bowls at home,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I experimented making all these different rice bowls.
I love rice bowls.
Oh yeah, but I don't do it with like that stuff in the center. I incorporate it throughout the rice, so every bite is like straight legit.
Yeah.
Because
It's a thing. Like, for example, we sell rice bowls, chicken rice bowls. You know, we got a teriyaki, we got a pecorino, we got a barbecue
Yep.
bowl. I make it so that the rice is on the bottom, and then literally you got cucumbers on the side, onions, cheese, and then the chicken, and then the sauces. I just lost a slice. And then, you got to layer it. So everything.
Oh no, you're talking about a bowl, like a
Yeah. Oh, you
not-
saying rice
balls.
ball? Oh, I thought you were saying
yeah,
balls.
no.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Staten Island, New Jersey. Meet each other. They're talking with the accents.
Yeah. But I did a gorgonzola, mozzarella, asparagus, freaking that combination is freaking
Yeah, that's a good combo.
disgusting
right there.
good.
Yeah.
Really
All
good.
right. So
Just
we were
to start
talking about
out
it
there.
last week. One of my favorite dishes in the Italian world is tortellini.
Oh, here we go.
I'm in love with
They're
tortellini.
little
It's
succulent pillows
the
of cheese
succulent pillows
and
of
pasta.
deliciousness, right? Have you ever thought about doing like a tortellini Alfredo slice?
You want me to make you some tortellini?
I would love
I'll
it.
make you some tortellini. I
Oh
can
my
see it in
God.
your eyes.
Drizzle a little bit of garlic on it. Oh
Wow.
my God, Maron.
I'm gonna have to order a little, make it a special.
Yes, yes, you
The
call me when it's a
Essential Guy
special.
It
Call
does
it
sound
the
delicious.
EGT
The
special.
Essential special.
That's right. Maybe a little pancetta on it or something, or bacon.
Whatever, you want to create a pie, I'll make it, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Tramonto's Sunset Avenue is my new destination.
100%.
You'll see our face.
So I gotta shout this guy out, Celio Espinosa.
Oh,
he's
the
such a
man.
fan.
He really is.
He's such a
gem,
big
man.
supporter of you guys.
Yeah.
I see him posting about Tramonto's all the time. He's one of the people that convinced me to get over there and make it one of my stops. He just said, I'm in. You guys are doing a good job. We're spotlighting this amazing pizza in New Jersey. If there's one thing that New Jersey is known for, it is high quality pizza, subs, bagels, those things, right?
Oh,
It is absolutely the water, right? It's not just a make it up that it's about the water. It is about the water, right?
Yeah, no, that's a real thing. I lived in Phoenix, Arizona. I have suffered with shitty pizza in my life. And Chinese. You ain't getting good Chinese food out there either. But it's definitely a thing. And, of course, using the right ingredients for the pizza. Because, like you said, people go cheap. And the customer can tell
immediately. And it's so frustrating,
It sucks.
especially if you get a delivery and you're waiting for it, and then it comes, and then you find out that they cheaped out and they use that oily cheap cheese that's all orange and tangy.
Pay $2 more for an extra
Yes.
large pie to get quality cheese.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's
That's what was important to my wife and I.
Dude.
We're like, we need the best of the best, and if we have to charge for it,
It is what it is, but you're getting...
Earlier today, I sold a $26 stromboli. You want to know what was in it?
Wow.
Short rib.
There you go.
Hey, listen, you want short rib, it costs money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You go in the store, it's $12 a pound.
yeah,
You
it's
know?
expensive.
Well, you know what? People that are ordering short rib in their stromboli, they know.
Oh, they know.
They
You
know,
gotta
right?
know.
Yeah,
You're
get
not
some-
I
asking
could
for.
put chicken in it and cut the price almost in half.
It could be a $15 stromboli at that point,
short
right?
rib's expensive,
You should do,
but
like-
doesn't mean I don't want to sell short rib just because it's too. I want the people. Who the hell doesn't love short rib?
Right.
You know?
Dude,
Everything
I'm
about
happy
the
for you.
most
This
expensive.
area needed your pizza in it 100%. There's not a lot of, there's no good pizza places around here, and especially in your area. So, like I said, I grew up, I'm from Oakhurst originally. And when I was a kid in the 80s, our go-to spot used to be Oakhurst Pizza because we could ride our bikes there, and it was like a basic pizza. And it was, they were Greeks that owned it for forever, and they recently sold out to somebody else, which I actually wound up going to high school with her, and her husband own it now. So there's that. Then Luigi's over there on Doris Avenue used to be phenomenal when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Now, this
Luigi's
is no
was
bash
great.
to anybody,
Disappeared,
but
right?
yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Never that Doris Ave Luigi's never followed to Sunset.
No.
It was different owners. Things happened and.
Because I'm a staunch believer, man, and you said you're the pizza guy, and I think that the pizza guy is the key to the success of any pizza place. And when you don't have that person, I often see it, we discussed this last week, when you try to syndicate your pizza place or franchise it and open multiple locations and you can't service those locations, the other locations will not make the same pie as you.
So
They will not.
Speaking of that, actually, multiple people have tried to get us to open other locations with them. Even Jackson Outlets reached out to us. They want us to go there.
It's nice to be wanted, right?
No, it's awesome. I mean, I could only dream, of all this happening the way it's
But
going.
you do that
I
at
say,
your speed when you're
so
ready.
far
'cause-
so good, but it's very important because the key to it, me and my wife are there in this store all the time.
Yeah.
All the time because
You're the key.
demand perfection.
can't turn the keys over to somebody else. right
Not
now.
yet.
No.
Especially the first year.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to be on the same page. We're a team over there. I still have most of the same people I started with, and they know what needs to be done.
And look, it's been 8 months, not 8 years. Like, you want to see growth at this place. You don't want to divide your attention, right?
No. I want to be the best. We want, to give our best, to be the best,
I mean, it
and
comes
just-
through in the food. It's so obvious, right?
Yeah.
I
If
think
you put
I'm,
your heart into it.
I'm in agreement with everybody here that this pizza is cooked with a little extra.
The pizza is
It's
excellent.
a whole lot extra. I wish that my arms are extra long so I can reach for another
He wants another
You want another
slice.
slice? Come on, man. All right, I'll get you another slice.
Thank you.
I want to save one for Neil in the back for sure, right? Neil, you're listening. I'm sure you want a slice,
Yeah.
right?
Neil stays in the back.
Yeah, I heard him. He said, "Oh yeah."
He said,
you
"Oh,
can hear
yeah."
him in the headphones.
All right, so amazing.
Yeah, let's
Absolutely
do it.
amazing.
Also, too, Teddy, what I would like for you to do is, do you like hot stuff? You like stuff that's hot? All right. So you tried all these other hot sauces. You can tell by that one with the tape on it.
Scary.
Yeah,
He
that's
also
experimental.
taught us how to try it.
Yeah.
You don't wipe your finger on it. You don't do any of that. You take a bump of hot sauce.
Oh shit.
So you put it on your knuckle right here.
It's a little bit.
and then you just
All right.
take it on in.
Slide
I
it
tried it.
down.
Look, it's
Let's slide her down.
delicious. How good are you with hot stuff?
You might see some sweat. You got a towel?
Yeah, I got paper towels
You'll be
back
all
here.
right.
Don't,
You'll be all right.
don't
You got
worry.
water
I
right
got,
there.
you got paper towels back here. Actually, why didn't you get him any? He's got.
All right.
So just drop a little nugget right there on your hand. You don't have to go crazy, but there it is. That's
that's
perfect.
too
That's pretty
much.
much
I
exactly.
did the same exact thing, bro.
Pretty much
There we go.
exactly what we did, and then just give it a swipe, and then I wanna take the ride with you. Let's see.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
right up on the mic and give us your kind of minute by minute.
That's ridiculous.
It comes in. It comes in hot.
It comes in hot. Coming in hot.
Holy shit.
It gives you.
It lets you know that it's here, right?
Yeah.
It's in there.
And what's happening right now? Are you getting
I'm
an
dying.
elevation
That's what's
of hot?
happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
gonna
going down.
bloom, right? Aaron is the right word.
What's up?
Bloom. It's gonna bloom.
blooming, yeah.
It's gonna bloom.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab some of this water.
Sometimes sugar is the last thing you want to put in there.
Yeah.
Right? Because it kind of
electrolytes,
irritates
so-
the tongue a little bit.
I've never had any issues with the sugar.
No?
Somebody actually said to me once at a hot sauce show that
No, there's something wrong here.
Yeah.
We took it. We were all right. It was hot.
It was
Yeah,
too big of a
it,
bump.
it hits pretty hard at first, but you'll see it'll like kind of mellow out. But like your tongue feels like it got burned, but without the hanging off skin, right?
Yeah.
I said the way
See?
I described it was they took a knife, heated it up, and just swiped it right down the middle of your tongue, right? So wherever that sauce hit, that kind of left a stripe of hot.
I feel like I just licked concrete.
I used to
But in a good way.
But there's good flavor
makes
to it,
sense.
right? There is
Yeah,
good
no,
flavor.
It's delicious. That
Yeah.
shit is hot.
Yeah.
Huh?
I used to say it's
good.
like doing push-ups with your tongue on broken glass.
Oh,
There you
that's
go.
a good description.
That's
I mean,
a
that
good
goes with the
description.
pavement description.
That
There
is
you go.
graphic.
Absolutely. We got 5 minutes left in the show, and I guess Teddy is excited to see the 5 minutes pass so he can guzzle down some water.
Yeah.
Kelly said, "Oh, the hissing."
Oh, man, that would change, man.
You are officially a member of EGT now. You have gone through the hot sauce challenge.
Happy to be here.
Thank you so much. So obviously, this is just the beginning of our relationship with EGT and Tramonto's. I do want to make a tortellini pizza sometime.
I would like to try it.
Yes.
Got you.
Let's chat a little further about that, but we're gonna slowly kind of put the bow on this show. I could go for another 2 hours, but we got to leave some for next week and the following. But Aaron, thanks so much for coming, dude. And you lasted the
man.
2 hours with us, and you told
Yeah.
us a ton about the company. I wish nothing but success.
Thank you.
For Coney Island Saucery. If you guys don't know where it is, tell them where they can find you.
You can go to www.coneyislandsaucery.com, or you can find us on every single social thing out there and just do a search for Coney Island Saucery and we'll pop up like magic.
And then Tramonto's. So Tramonto's is located down in Wanamassa. It's like the corner of Wanamassa and Ocean Township.
It's actually Ocean.
As far as working,
It's
with
called
Tramonto's.
Ocean.
It's so
Mailing
weird
address,
because
right?
It's considered Asbury, Wanamassa, and
Yeah.
Ocean.
Right.
Wanamassa is a really small
It is.
stretch.
It is.
I actually lived like 2 minutes from
Yeah.
there. I
So-
took Wickapeco down, and it was as soon as it was Asbury, I had a house. Right
It's
over
cool
there.
too because that's literally like the main line road into Asbury.
Asbury, yep,
too.
Sunset
Go
Avenue.
Off 35.
For me, Wanamassa is the mirrors and, pretty much anything between Wickapeco and Asbury, and then from Sunset Avenue over to the golf course over there. And
Yeah.
that's Wanamassa. Like, that's
Yeah.
it.
Right up to the bridge.
Yeah,
Which-
exactly. Once you
Yeah.
cross over the bridge, then you
it's
feel like,
Asbury.
okay, you're moving into Asbury. All right. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in. All of you guys who started from the beginning of the show and lasted all the way to the end, we love you for it. Thank you so much. Share it on out. So much more EGT to come. But please check out Tramonto's Pizza. They've got. Where's your best presence on social media?
I like Instagram.
Instagram.
All right, so go to his Instagram. I've been sharing out some of his stories so you guys can see some of that. We'll continue on with that. If you do make the essential pie, it should be called the essential pie. I love it.
You gotta
Thank you.
credit
Nasser
Nasser
is
on
like
that.
doing our
Yeah.
marketing for us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And we will see you guys again next week. This is just the beginning. We're here at Rec Studios. If you guys had a good time and you have a podcast or you have any need for production, music, all of that cool stuff, come see James, and he'll take care of you. Him and his team are awesome.
Thank you.
Neil, thank you back in the booth.
Good job,
doing
Neil.
an amazing job with our graphics and all of our switching of our video. Doing an amazing job, and he's going to eat some pizza in about 2 minutes. And we'll see you guys again next week.
Looking forward to it.
Peace. Thank
Bye,
you so
everybody.
much.